Now you can do it.
Hi.
Thank you.
Yes, we are.
We're on the move.
You can't stop the groove. Top of the morning. Thanks so much for joining us here on the Automotive Edge Radio Show. Today is a great day to help you with your automotive needs. Whether you're buying, selling, trading, leasing, parts, service, or body shop, we are here to help. Every Saturday morning from 8 to noon here on 1190 KFXR, part of the iHeartMedia Network. Joining me, the math, the myth, the legend.
The math.
The Texas Heartbreaker.
That'd be a good wrestling name, wouldn't it? The Texas Heartbreaker.
There's already been one.
Called the Heartbreaker?
Yeah.
Not up on my WWE here.
Yeah, he came out with his cape and did all the dancing and blew kisses to all the ladies.
I sounded like Ric Flair a little bit. Good morning, everybody. We are in a little bit of.
I wasn't even done before you interrupted.
Sorry. You said the math, the myth, the math, the legend. Oh, you meant to say myth or math? Yeah. I do a little arithmetic.
He is a math problem. Big Will Bo Carver.
Yes, good morning. Now, can I say something?
Go right ahead, whatever you want to do.
We are here today in the climate of North Texas, which is a little cloudy, a little rainy, got little thunderstorms moving around, but we're safe and inside. And hope everybody's having a good morning out there, wherever you may be. We are tuned in on Talk Radio 1190, as Kurt said, but we're also on social media sites live. Hello? Did you say something, Larry?
Yeah, we have a call.
Oh, we have a caller?
Okay.
Well, let's just go to a caller. You want to?
All right, let's go to the phone lines. Who do we have joining us this morning? Hello, caller.
Well, okay.
Larry, you got the phones on there, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Hey, guys, I got a question for you this morning.
There we go. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Super.
Well, it's the greatest day of my life, but if you were sitting next to Bo, I don't know that you would agree, but go right ahead.
That means you'd be extra blessed.
I have a question about getting financing before I head to the dealership. Is that something that y'all can help me with a question on?
Well, sure. You know, a lot of people do that. They go, two things happen. One is they come in with a pre-approved letter that they got in the mail up to $40,000, which, you know, they never do file it and actually go online for the approval. The other thing is that most dealerships right now can better the rate of your standard banking, whether it's Chase, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, whoever your bank is, EECU, a lot of the big players, DACU, because none of them are offering zero APR. It's always a great backup to go to your lending institution and to get pre-approved on an amount in case a lending institution or a lending arm at the dealership goes, well, we're not going to lend you that much money. Here's where we're going to construct the deal. Okay, well, that's fine. Here's my pre-approval from my bank. I'll take that car. So it's always good as a backup. Sure. Get your loan approved and then take that letter. It gives you the upper hand and they're going, hey, I'm already pre-approved. My rate's 3.9%. And the dealer will work diligently to make sure they can do better than 3.9%. So it's kind of like walking in with that ace in the hole for you. So always good to do.
Sure. And just so that I'm clear, I think that I've heard on previous episodes, y'all encourage us to not focus so much on the payment and maybe probably focus more on the price of the vehicle. Is that something, am I recalling that correctly?
Yeah, it is. Always work on price. What am I buying the car for? What are you actually giving me for my trade? Not allowance, none of the crazy terms that they use. And then you have that bottom line after your TT&L, and then let's work on the financing to make sure it works into your budget. But you need to know what the selling price is and what you're actually getting for your trade not just what the
Sure.
payment is. Too many people get caught up in payment. Well, I have a budget. Let's just see what my payment is. And they take their eye off the ball and don't have any clue what they're actually paying for the car. And that's where you get yourself in trouble.
Well, they also can adjust the numbers if there's rebates that they can kind of do that to make it look like you're getting more for your trade when you're really just they're kind of throwing
Sure.
the rebate in there to make it look that way. And so you're not actually getting the rebate. It's being applied to showing you like maybe getting more for your trade. So that's why Kurt's talking about making sure you know what you're paying for the vehicle and what the trade actually is before you get into any of those other kind of numbers.
Yeah, you'll see trade allowance on the buyer's order. I don't care about allowance.
Right.
What are you actually giving me for my trade? Or they'll say,
Oh, okay.
or they'll say trade difference. Well, no. I don't know what.
Sure.
I don't care what. What are you selling it for? What are you giving me for my trade? I can do plus and minus. Then you have your TTNL. Then you work on your payment. Don't if you reverse that. And I'll leave you with this. We had a couple that went in to buy a car the other day, and they gave them their payment. They contacted me. Their payment was $826 a month for 72 months. Once we got together and talked, get this, their payment was $710 for 60 months.
Oh, goodness.
Do
That's
the math.
amazing.
So we want to know the price and the trade, and then we'll work out all the rest after that.
And do you have a trade?
Yeah, and I know to take my trade first to the used car.
You're doing a good job of
manager,
listening.
I tell you what, you need to come join
I
me
know
on the
that
show.
much.
We love
I know
good
that much.
listeners.
But one quick question to follow up on what you said, Kurt. Like, so there's nobody doing a 0% APR out there right now.
There
on any
is.
brands, or there are.
Yeah, right
But
now, 75% of the auto industry has zero APR, whether it's 36 months or up to 72 months. But there is a bunch of
Okay.
zero APR. And then we know in September, come September 3rd, all the new incentives are coming out, and you're going to see even more widespread zero APR.
Well, that's good to know. Well, thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate it.
All right, buddy. Have a great weekend. 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. Good morning, Lori Brown. You know Lori Brown?
Yes, Lori, didn't she used to work up at the McKinney? No, at the dealership there, El Dorado?
Wow, so you don't know Lori Brown. You're guessing.
Well, you're asking me. I'm trying to figure it out. Lori, I'm sorry.
I mean,
if
if you throw a name at me, I can say, yes, I know.
sorry,
No, I
Lori,
don't.
if I'm thinking of the wrong person, but thank you for tuning in. Just trying to figure it out
So
here.
click on Lori Brown, then you'll be able to go, wait a minute, is that
All
the
right,
Lori
I
Brown?
guess I'll see. Well, I haven't gotten that yet. How come you're getting ahead of me?
Well, I don't know. I got better technology over here. I don't know. I don't know how that works. 214-787-1190 today. And every Saturday, we're going to help you with your automotive needs, whether you're buying, selling, trading, leasing, parts, service, or body shop. We want to make sure you're taken care of. And just like the story that I told the caller, is that we save these people over $100 a month and a year, from 72 to 60, and over $100 a month. And she said, how did you do that? Well, I can work a car deal in my head. It's just the way I'm wired, where a lot of people go, okay, that hits our budget. And they look at each other, and some of them don't even realize the term. I get a lot of people, okay, what was the term on your note? I don't know. Wait a second here. You just made the second largest purchase of your life, and you have no idea how many months you're paying on the car. No, I don't. And let me just say, I'm not that blunt. I always put it away because we don't want to make them feel bad. But you got to pay attention while you're in there, because a lot of people say, here's another one. I'm on a lease. And I'm like, okay. They look at their paperwork. They're on a 63-month lease. 63-month lease. They are at the point of no return. They're not even halfway through it. Yeah, I got this car and I did a lease on it, and then they pull up their paperwork. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm on 63-month lease and there's no way out. So be careful what you're signing. Understand everything. And if you don't, put the pen down, step away from the desk. If you go to my website, theautomotiveedge.com, my cell number's on there. You can carry me into the dealership with you. Hey, Kurt, I'm looking at a contract. Here's what I have. Let me add something to that, though. There are so many great dealers that are now recording the financial transaction. When you go in and you sit with one of the finance directors, they're going to go down, they're going to tell you, we're recording for our due diligence and your due diligence to make sure that we've done everything to solidify this deal legally and properly. Some people say no. And I've seen it where some finance guys will bring in another finance guy. I don't know why. I have no problem being recorded when it comes to.
Yeah, but that's because you look so good. So you use that as an advantage. Look how good I look. Go ahead and hit the record button.
Yeah. Except to be me. But it's
And it's a commercial.
it's so good because that way we can backtrack when people say, well, I didn't know or they didn't tell me or whatever the case may be. All they got to do is roll tape. 214-787-1190. Quick break. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Hippie change, y'all.
Good morning, Sherry Morrison. She said it's nice to see you. Oh, no, it's me saying that. Good morning. She said, good rainy morning. Looking good. I don't know if that means we're looking good or the rain's looking good. What are you doing? Look at me tuning in. If you sometimes if you just go back out and then click back on, it kind of refreshes it.
Huh.
But yes, we're here this morning again, live here on the Automotive Edge radio show. She says, y'all, we're looking good. What, are you worried about something?
Okay.
You're hearing things?
I don't know.
Kurt's hearing things. Look out, everybody. Could get rough. Well,
They
thank you,
said
Sherry.
today rain till 2, tomorrow rain till 2, and then Labor Day, nice day. And you know what? I so miss Jerry Lewis.
Yeah, we talk about that every year at this time of
He
year.
brought such enjoyment to the Labor Day.
You know, Sherry's tuned in, and I remember, Sherry, I don't know if you remember this or not, but how many times that we might go to Galveston, a couple of times we went different places and then we'd be out these staying somewhere over the weekend of the Labor Day and then tuning into the Jerry Lewis telethon. Do you remember any of that? Because that seems to resonate with me that we did that a few times with our togetherness with my brother, Rick, and her. Remember doing that. Yeah, those days were great, weren't they? And the talent they would show on there, and it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Why don't they do something like that again?
I don't know. You know, they tried it, and it was really sad because the people they brought on should have been hosting it. They took away from when I remember growing up, my brother Larry and his buddy Harless, they went to an MDA camp, and they were assigned a kid that had muscular dystrophy.
Right.
They took them swimming. They helped feed them. I mean, they were their caretaker for that whole week of camp, and it completely changed my brother's life. And you got to see all this. You got to see the rehabilitation, where the money was going, all these great things they were doing to help kids and adults with MDA. And then they brought on all these great celebrities: Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Jerry Lewis, Rich Little, all the big band people, and it was really, and then you'd hear Ed McMahon go, Jerry.
Yeah.
And he'd look over, he goes, what, Ed? And he goes, time for a drum roll.
Yeah.
And
see the thing roll.
Yeah. And so, and at the end, Jerry would sing Walk On, and everybody would be bawling. And then the next day you woke up, you couldn't wait to see, did they hit 30 million? Back then, 30 million was like $1 trillion.
Exactly.
And, the kids in the neighborhood, we went around with our MDA jar and collected money and then took it out to Six Flags and dumped it in the big fish bowl with Vern Lundquist and whoever the person was out.
Right. A lot of times there was a lot of local TV celebrities like
Yeah.
newscasters or whatever.
Remember Iola Johnson,
Right.
And all these, and it was just a wholesome day. And then when you went out there, they gave you a couple of free tickets to get into Six Flags.
Right.
But it was, it was hot dogs and burgers and family time and frisbees, and it was just.
Well, they went back a long ways. I mean, I watched it up until he didn't do it anymore. But I remember going when I was just a little kid and going out to the State Fair of Texas in Beaumont, and we had Doc was out there for Gunsmoke.
Oh yeah,
and people would flock out because Gunsmoke was so huge back, and I probably was like 6 or 7 years old.
Yeah.
So for a lot of years, that thing was on, and I don't know. Do you remember who tried to take it? Because I don't remember anything but Jerry.
Well, there was a bunch of hosts, and then they started breaking it up all over the United States.
Not all.
I mean, he would say, "Hey, let's go to Vegas, wherever," but it became so commercialized.
Right.
I just didn't like it. I used to get really early because they had that guy with their orangutans,
Yes.
and that was the best to see these, little monkeys that were so well trained,
or not trained, depending on how they decided to be.
day and every day. 214-787-1190 is the Automotive Edge Radio Show today. We want to help you. This is the last day of the month for the dealers. They're going to run their specials through Monday. There's a lot of dealers that are going to be open till some of them are going to be closing early, so you get some family time. Some are going to stay open until there's nobody there, and then go home. Take advantage of it, because now the 2026s are coming. The 2026s, in fact, there are 2026s on the ground. A lot of big announcements. If you're a car nut like me, you're what's the latest, greatest. There's a lot of really cool information out there, and there's a lot of information that you don't need to pay attention to. Here we go again with the people releasing all the vehicles that will never hit the marketplace or not anytime soon. And they're going, "Hey, have you seen the new this or that?" And when you get to the very bottom, it says rendering, which means they made it up. All this AI and everything else that's out there, and the way people can build and design things on a computer, then they put it out. And then I just started getting email after email. "Hey, how do I get one of these? How do I get my name on the list?" Like the new Camaro. So the Camaro was discontinued 2 years ago. They ran production for a year. It's gone. And now there's this new rendering of a Corvette-ish kind of vehicle, not quite the Corvette, the all-new Camaro. And I'm telling you what, my emails lit up. "Hey, Kirk, can I get up to El Dorado Chevrolet and order me one of these Camaros?" I haven't heard anything. No. Here, let me send this to you. And they all sent me the same rendering of this white supercar that they thought was available. And so there's a lot of people, but I'm telling you, they have to, by law, to go down, and especially when they say use a brand name, that this is a rendering. If they were to build it, this is kind of what we think it's going to look like. And a lot of them are cool. I wish a lot of these guys that are designing these cars online would go to work for the manufacturer.
Go to look and see before they start building, because there are some fantastic stuff there, like the El Camino,
Yeah.
stuff like that. There's some of the renderings are fantastic, but you don't ever see stuff coming out like that.
I've always talked to the manufacturers that do a specialty line. Just drag them people into the showroom floor. If you just think for a minute, if they said, "We're going to build 100,000 El Caminos," they would be pre-sold.
No doubt about it.
We're going to put the V8 in it.
Mhm.
We don't have the 454s anymore.
Right.
Now everything is electronically controlled, computer controlled. But still, they put that. Let's say the 5.9 in there, 5.8,
Oh, yeah.
5 point whatever,
All right.
and dump that into that car, and they come out with, could you imagine the 2028 Cowboy Cadillac? And they release that El Camino.
And call it the Cowboy Cadillac.
Oh,
like El
God.
Camino, but on the side, Cowboy Cadillac. Dude,
Because here's the thing.
that'd be
They
awesome.
can take the framing from one vehicle.
Sure.
all they have to concentrate now is the motor and the transmission, and put that El Camino body on there. Old school, but still to where you would know what it was, but still has the new kind of foo-foo on it.
Right.
I'm telling you what. And don't let the dealers, go 25,000 over sticker on it either.
Right.
But make it to where it's affordable. I'm telling you, some of these manufacturers are really missing the boat by trying so hard to appease the consumer with ugly.
Yeah, they've done a really good job of it too.
Well, in 2025 has got to be the ugliest release of vehicles that I've seen.
I know,
in my
you've talked about
37
that.
years in the industry.
And there's not a lot of what gets me. There's not a lot of differences throughout the different manufacturers. You have a hard time like looking at a vehicle. Goes, is that a Honda or is that a Toyota or is that a? You know what I'm saying? A lot of the body styles are so similar, but back in the day, you knew.
Sure.
That was that car. You knew that was a Chevy, a Bel Air or whatever, and you just don't have that now.
Well, all the way up until the 2020, a lot of things were very identifiable, especially pickup trucks. You knew it was a Ford, a Chevy, or a Dodge by the front end of the vehicle, no doubt about it. Ford is very identifiable now because your front door goes straight line, and then you have the curve by the mirror, and they said they designed it to get rid of the whistle and wind noise on it. And then with the Dodge, you have that kind of rounded front end. Chevy's still got the big bulky, let's get it on front end.
Right.
And so everything's identifiable. In the cars, you have to actually go to supercars or high-end luxury cars to go, that's this or this is that.
Yeah.
214-787-1190. Let's go to the Automotive Edge hotline. Who do we have joining us this morning?
Hey, good morning. I've got a question for you.
Yep.
Hey, so, I'm waking up to the news as everybody is, and it's a lot of changes going on that might impact the vehicle market. And I'm sitting on a vehicle that I've been wondering what to do with, and I actually came up with an idea. I'm wanting to run it by you.
Okay.
I have a 2020 F-150 with about 85,000 miles, and it's a vehicle that's not the primary vehicle in our home, so we're kind of thinking that we were going to trade it in and get something a little bit more appropriate for the family. And what I'm wondering is, should I go ahead and get rid of that thing now, so sell it now, but then maybe wait a little while to purchase the replacement vehicle if it's expected that prices might come down given the changes that I'm seeing in the news?
Great question. I always tell people when you're looking to trade, there's 3 tiers to really start considering the trade. One's 50,000 miles, the other 75,000 miles, and then 100,000 miles before the books change.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that you pull out of that would be diesel. Anything diesel, we're talking 200,000 miles before you really start, taking a hit on it. But these vehicles right here, a 2020 with 80,000 miles, that's a great piece of merchandise. And the used car market is on fire. The truck market is absolutely on fire. And the prices have already started to come down with these massive rebates and incentives and discounts because everything got pushed back for the 2026 build. Usually in, the end of the physical year in the auto industry is June. And usually before June, we start seeing 2026s here. Well, we don't see 2026s, very, very few that are out right now, which tells you there are great deals, great discounts, and the lowest APR, you can't get below 0. So to wait to see what's going to happen with the 2026s towards the end of the year, if I was a buyer, which actually I am looking in the market for something new, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's waited too long already. It's only been 2 months.
When the Labor Day weekend is the big kickoff for everybody to get rid of inventory and buy trades as much as they can, getting ready for the big push in December.
So to answer your question,
you've got a great piece of merchandise.
So now's
just
good
to sell. I mean, even if you say, well, we want to wait, we have a truck sitting here idle, there is somebody that's going to buy that vehicle and put a bunch of money into it. If you want to know the value, you can go to theautomotiveedge.com. I have an appraisal site there under Ask Kurt and find the value. But pickup trucks right now in Texas are going through the roof in value.
And the dealers will buy it, so you don't necessarily have to put it out on the market yourself and go through that headache.
Yeah,
'cause
don't sell it on your own.
that is
the
a
dealers
big-
will put all
yeah,
the money in.
That's a big headache. And if you want to know before you go, which I recommend, is to do that, what he just said, to go in and get an appraisal from Kurt. That way you have
Yeah.
a really good idea of what you're going to be facing. And he can also help you where to go to get the truck sold with one of the dealers that we already,
Sure.
that one of our sponsors. So just trying to help you there in all those ways.
No, I appreciate it. Okay, well that gives me a pretty good answer to my questions there, and some resources for me to go check out. So I appreciate it.
All
You're
right. Have a
welcome.
great weekend. 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. You know, people say, when's the best time to buy a car? Well, I would just tell you, there's no need to wait till December 31st at 11:59:59 to put your car deal together. Because the used car market, get this, is missing over 3.2 million cars in trade-in to date. 3.2 million.
That's actually should be vehicles, huh?
And you're going, wow. So with that, don't listen to what they're saying about the used car market. The used car market is on fire. Look at the prices. Average transaction for the month of August, get this, $31,400. Pre-owned. Average used car sold in the month of August, $31,400. That's a lot of money. Average new car, just a hair under $50,000.
And typically, doesn't most dealers sell 3-to-1 used to new?
Depends.
Well, roughly.
It always depends on what's going on with rebates,
Okay,
incentives, and
I
leases.
gotcha.
So I got dealers right now doing 1-to-1.
Oh, okay. Well, that's kind of different.
Yeah,
isn't it?
because-
Well, because of the
because-
availability, right?
Availability
There
and the
you go.
market price. Let's take a quick break. 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. I'm Kurt Chase with the great one, Big Wheel Bo Carver. We'll be right back.
So we got a lot of people tuned in. Thanks everybody for being a part of our broadcast. Let me go back and see. We got Ronnie Swain tuned in.
Hello, Ronnie Swain.
And we've got James Arness. We're talking about it. Yes, that's right. Gunsmoke.
That's right.
And then Booker T. Hill. He had a nice little statement here. He said, I enjoyed listening to your show for years. On my last truck purchase, I saw this vehicle on the trailer and told the dealer that I wanted that specific truck. I negotiated the deal and drove off with the truck that night. The next day, the general manager called me and said that I had to renegotiate my contract because they sold me that truck for $2,500 less than what they paid for it. I told them no, and that the paperwork has already been signed. He told me to promise that I will buy my next vehicle from them and refer my friends and family to them for their next purchase.
Nice. Good for you. Is that
good.
Booker T?
That's Booker T, baby.
Yeah, buddy. Winter chicken dinner.
And Ty Gentman says, good morning, my friends. Good
Hello,
morning.
my brother from another
Yes,
mother.
Sir. And Jim Wagner, good morning, my friends. Cheers to a great day.
I'm gonna tell you what. When you just hear the name Ty Jimmy, you just get all the warm and fuzzies, don't you?
Well, I mean,
He's a man of man.
he's the absolute, what would you say, the representation of greatness,
Oh, he is.
period, in every way. And we really love you, man. So don't
That's
think we
right.
don't. Will Sakala. Now, that's another guy you got to look out for.
Now, I don't get this. Here's Will Sakala with his beautiful wife camping in the hills of Arkansas,
Well,
and he's taking time to tune in to us.
well, isn't that wonderful?
I mean, that really,
What else you going to do in the hills of Arkansas
well,
besides tune into the automotive?
I'd have
radio
that beautiful
show?
Shelley on a rowboat facing me, and I'd just be rowing her around the lake singing songs to her.
He said
Just rowing.
He said it's a beautiful morning out here in Hot Springs. Super
Yep.
nice campground to relax and watch Texas versus Ohio. And he forgot to add to listen to the Automotive Edge radio show.
Love you, brother.
Uh,
I every summer, my dad and mom and my pop-pop, my grandfather, we went to Hot Springs, Arkansas, and we stayed at Peters Point on Lake Catherine. You had Lake Catherine and Lake Hamilton. And my pop-pop had the cottage next door. And so two of the seven would sleep in the one house. It had a living room with all these like wooden bunk beds all the way around it. And then my pop-up had a couple of bedrooms, and a couple of us got to sleep over there with him and get up in the morning. And if you caught a turtle they paint P's for Peter's Point on the turtle. And if you caught the turtle and you took it up to the office, they gave you a key and you got a free paddle boat for the day. Man, we was out turtle hunting.
Trying to find and get
Oh,
that.
yeah.
John Wright says, well, I'm here in Fort
30
Smith,
seconds till we're
Arkansas.
back live.
Good morning. Good morning to you,
Fort
John.
Smith, Arkansas, another great place.
They're all over tuned in this
Then
morning.
you head up north to Eureka Springs. But I'm going to tell you, downtown Hot Springs, Arkansas, you feel so comfortable walking through the place. You know what they have downtown?
They have hot springs.
What?
well, that's
No, they do have the bathhouses.
right. Right.
They have a 365 Christmas store.
Oh boy, I'm surprised we're not in the car already headed that way. That's awesome, dude. I've done a bathhouse in Hot Springs before. Kind of cool. Okay. Do you hear me?
Disco and Saturdays and cars. I mean, what more could you want from a show? You get to boogie, shake it up, and figure out how to buy a car. Or just hang out.
And tune in with us and join in with your comments. And then if you wonder what we're saying about the comments, or you can call. We're on Talk Radio 1190 AM KFXR every Saturday morning, which you're tuned in on the radio. That's where we're at. But when we say people are making comments, we're on our social media feeds on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. So if you'd like to join us there, come in and say hi to us or call in and say hi. We're not afraid of that.
All right, coming up at the top of the hour, I want response. I'm mandating it on what would you do? Now, I know we've seen the show on Channel 8 with John Quinona. What would you do? We're going to do a what would you do at the 9 o'clock hour. So I want response. Don't sit there and not hit a button or type or call in. 9 o'clock hour, what would you do here on the Automotive Ed Radio Show? Hey, in the meantime, let's talk about a great sponsor, Driver's Edge Auto Repair, 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty on all engine repairs. Anywhere you are in the United States, if there's a problem, you call the 800 number, boom, they're going to get you taken care of. They don't winterize, they don't summarize, they only do the work needed at the time. I get so many calls where people are in a shop and they got 50,000 miles on their car and they're trying to do a 75,000-mile maintenance repair. Now, based on whether you're a good driver or a bad driver, or how well you maintain your car, that may be true, but that is definitely not the norm. So at Driver's Edge Auto Repair, you're going to get a report what needs to be done now, soon, and later, and then make your decision. And then I'm going to give you the inside scoop. Download the coupons at mydriversedge.com. That's mydriversedge.com. Download the coupons and walk in. So I had a buddy that was there, and I said, hey, you spent how much? Man, I had a brake job done, and the tires rotated, and the oil change. I said, you download that coupon. What coupon? And he didn't. But he took that coupon and went back, and guess what? He got a credit.
Wow, that's
how
nice.
cool the guys are at Driver's Edge Auto Repair. Now, I'm not saying everybody cut the coupon because you had your car worked on a year ago, months ago, and run to Driver's Edge. I'm not telling you that.
Yeah, just do it beforehand.
Yeah,
okay.
It was the day after, and he went and saw Joe, the general manager here in Keller, and worked out real well. So go to mydriversedge.com. That's mydriversedge.com. Over 23 locations, I think 24 now, here in the DFW area, to take care of your automotive needs. That's mydriversedge.com. Let's hit a question real quick. And I keep getting this is how long I think the tariffs are going to hurt the industry. You know, we're seeing them coming down and coming down and coming down. Now these cuckoo Democratic judges are getting involved going, oh, he can't declare tariffs. Isn't it sad that you have the Democrats fighting good? That's just because they lost. They're fighting good. Isn't that what children do? When you lose in a game, you cheated, or it's like children.
Make up the rules as you go.
Yeah, the 535 children in Congress,
Yeah.
and they're going. And now they got some wackadoodle-doo judge going, wait a minute, we don't think that he can do that. Yeah, he can. He's the president of the United States. He can. He's creating a level playing field that is beneficial to everybody here. He's cutting the fat, getting rid of problems. Isn't that amazing? But the reason
cleaning up some cities too.
The reason people want problems is because they're doing bad things and they want to keep you off track. That's why they want problems.
And they want to cover it up. They cover it up with those problems.
Yeah, with the tariffs, we're creating a level playing field, and there will be a little bit of pain here and there until they're going to have to quit. They're going to have to stop. They're going to have to play along and create the level playing field, because America, we're moving at such a fast pace. A lot of time we don't realize what's going on until something happens. And then you look back and that problem has manifested to a degree where you're going, I'm in trouble. And you have a president that is eliminating so much of that. And whether you like what comes out of his mouth, okay. I'm a result-oriented guy. I go back to my coaches that used to scream. And I had a coach, Dacus, that would not get off my butt. He did not want a left-handed quarterback, and he would not stop. I didn't give up. I pushed on. I used to go home and throw the football through the tire. I can throw that football enough. And every time I got to practice, I got better and better and better. And so when we were winning, what he was saying really wasn't that important, because it was the same old what I needed to do. I just went out and did it, and the results kept getting better and better and better. And with the tariffs that we are hearing about, things are going to get better. We're creating the level playing field with every product being manufactured here in the United States. We want a level playing field versus all the stuff that we're bringing in. And think about it. How much junk we're bringing in that doesn't hold together, doesn't last that long, has chemicals on it that shouldn't be on it, that we allow in the United States. And he's cleaning all that up. Him and Mr. Kennedy, they're cleaning so much of this up. And so the tariffs, you always have that, birthing pains going through. This not to belittle moms out there, so don't send me emails or hate me. But there's going to be some pains that we go through. But when it all gets cleaned out in the wash, we're going to come out smelling good and looking good.
Well, look what Jimmy Johnson used to be like with the Cowboys. They said he was just a tyrant out there on that field. But look at the results. And when the results started coming, they were all happy. And so there's some similarities to that you're talking about. Sometimes you may not like why somebody's working and doing it, but we have to have results that we haven't been getting, and we're getting them now.
Well, the more good things that are happening, you see the bad that you need to get rid of.
Yeah.
And that's what people in Congress are scared of.
Right.
As we see Doge, we see all the different money going all over the world, millions and billions of dollars for the craziest things in the world.
But you know why, right?
Why?
You know why? Because their pockets are getting lined with it, and they don't want the American people to know that.
The deeper that the president digs, man, he's opening up some coffins that people are just not digging. They're just not digging it.
Yeah, I love it.
And so the tariffs are a good thing. It's going to create equality. It's going to create fair trade practices. And this too shall pass, where you'll go, hang on a sec. Everything he did, bringing in steel or getting rid of steel, or bringing in aluminum or getting rid of aluminum, bringing in tires or getting rid of tires. You have the largest employer in the world, and there's so many different things going on for supply chains and product and technology, and he's at the forefront of all of it. And there's going to be a little bit of pain, but not that much that we would think when it comes to tariffs, because look how creative the manufacturers are getting. Eldorado Chevrolet, over $15,000 off Chevy Silverados right now. Grapevine Dodge this weekend has a 1500 Laramie, over $18,000 off MSRP. Ford, they just started announcing all their big discounts on their trucks this weekend through Monday. Absolutely incredible. So everybody sees what's going on right now, and they're working very creatively around it to make things continue to work with big discounts, big rebates, and zero APRs on a bunch of the different select models. So pay attention to the good. There's so much good going on right now, and the ones that are against good, less crime, better pricing, lower interest rates, and there's a reason why all that's going on. And you need to be alerted to that. And remember, next year in the midterms, let's get good, wholesome, honest people in there that don't fall into the ways and means of the Boys and Girls Club of Washington. And these tariffs, that won't even be spoken next year. You won't even hear about tariffs next year unless somebody outside the country gets really dumb or does something really stupid. Will we see that be a major player? Because the GDP, just look at all the factors and everything right now. It's good. Car sales are good. The problem in the auto industry is going to be electrification and all these electric cars that are sitting there next month when they do away with the 7,500. But here's the thing.
I think that rebate ends on the 15th, correct?
Yeah, it would be the end of the month.
Oh, they're going to the end of the month. Okay.
The manufacturers will be creative. You're talking about hundreds of millions, billions of dollars of electric vehicles that are going to be
sitting around.
They're going to get rid of them. Yes, they're slowing production down. Yes, we're going to hybrid technology more and more over. Yes, we're taking V8s and going with twin turbo V6s. Yes, hybrid technology is the deal right now, way shoulders above anything electrified. Now you have hybrid electric, which is an electric motor hybrid system with gasoline. So all this is coming into play, and the technology that they're having in full use here in the United States is second to none. 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. I'm Kurt Chase with the great one, Big Wheel Bo Carver. We'll be right back.
So this is what my friend sent me here. So he's just getting a new hangar in Palestine. He's a pilot teacher trainer, and they're listening to us. Rick, love you. Sherry, love you.
How cool is that?
That's real cool. I'm going to take a picture of that and post that on one of our feeds next show.
Yeah, you need to send that to me.
I will. Download that. Thank you, Rick and Sherry Morrison.
Yeah, download both of them, both pics.
You're my buddies. That's very cool, isn't it?
That's real cool.
I've gone to the house before and gone to YouTube and watched it on my 70-inch screen. Have you ever done that?
No.
It's kind of crazy. They're like, oh man, we're kind of big here. See if I can go to it. That's pretty sweet.
It is. Well, the rain's let up a little bit. It's just be on and off showers come through here. We need the rain. I wish I'd have mowed the yard yesterday, but I did not.
It's been too hot to mow. I'm afraid my property's been so crispy that if I hit a rock or something, it'd start a fire, burn my whole property down. So I needed the rain to soften that land out there so I can mow.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You know, it's so funny. A
You should get
bunch
it.
of my neighbors were like, how do you keep your yard so green? I said, it's called water.
Well, I saw the mayor having his sprinklers on. I saw sprinklers go all over the place going.
Yeah.
Don't they know that's raining?
I know.
Come on, mayor, wake up.
Yeah. Can't you pause that? You know, I like the rain. I wish my patio was set up a little bit different where I could enjoy it more when it's raining.
Right.
I can't right now the way they have that thing set up. But
You got them now?
Yeah.
Thank you, Rick and Sherry. Love
And
you.
Rick and Sherry.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice weather in the mid 80s.
You know, you can't ask for anything better. And I was thinking like high school football kicked off last night. I said, I told Purple Haze, I said, I wonder when the last time that the first game of a high school game in Texas that they could actually start at the regular 7:30 hour. Because usually in August, they're starting at 8:30 or whatever
Yeah.
because it's so hot. And last night they probably were in maybe even the 60s.
Well, depending on how far up north you went,
Right.
towards the Red River, you were in the 60s.
Yeah.
And, last night by halftime, everybody was in the mid to low 80s. It's great football.
Yeah,
You know
I
what?
mean,
I am so disappointed when I saw, they say each university can spend $20.5 million to pay
30
players.
seconds, so we're back live.
They're saying Manning's going to make $16 million.
That's
That running
crazy.
back for the Michigan Wolverines going to make $20 million. Here's the problem:
It's
the
killing it.
booster club, that there's no limitations.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Remember, they gave SMU the death penalty for this.
Yeah, shows you how things
And
change.
now they're
Now they
they're
don't care.
paying payers for their
Well,
likeness.
it's horrible. It's going to kill the sport. You're going to end up with teams that are going to win every
18
year.
and 19-year-old athletes, you're just dumping $20 million in their hand. Don't
Yeah.
get it. Escrow that money. They have to forfeit their scholarship money, where it can go to somebody in need.
Right.
They don't need it, and they're not doing that.
Well, I
Crazy.
think it's going to end up even hurting pro because they're already coming out of college making big money. So in order to get them now, they got to have big money to pay them because they're already making big money out of. Look at Shador or whatever.
214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. If you want to know where to go, who to see, and what to do when it comes to your automotive needs, go to theautomotiveedge.com. All you got to do is click on Ask Kurt, contact Kurt. The little icon message will pop up, and leave me your name and number, and I'll get back with you. I had several people say, I have a question, but there was no question.
Well, did they leave a number for you to call them back?
No phone number, no nothing. I have a question. So what's your question? I haven't heard back. So, but I get to everything as fast as I can. This week was great. We hit a dozen dealerships, 30-something listeners. We're all visiting dealerships, picking up new and pre-owned vehicles this week. My son's mother-in-law took her mom down to Burleson Nissan and picked up her new Ford. He had a pre-owned Blazer on the Trailblazer on the pre-owned lot, and they picked it up. Justin Crane and his folks over at Burleson Nissan. So let's keep rolling. This segment of the show is brought to you by Freeman Toyota. $199 on Corollas this month, $249 on Camrys this month, all leases. When you go to their website, you can see where you get more and pay nothing. No games, no gimmicks. Just click on freemantoyota.com right now and see what you get for just buying a car. Dane Miner, general manager, he is making sure that there is no doubt from the time you say hello to congratulations, and then your next Toyota and your next Toyota, and your friends, you're going to want them to know where you bought your Toyota, because the way Dane Miner and the setup is at Freeman Toyota, located on the affordable side of the Metroplex, 183 and 820. Stop in and see BJ Stankovic, general sales manager, Jerry Patterson, new car director, and all the great folks. Kendra in service. She took such good care of me. I needed work done to my Toyota. Then I needed new tires. And she did a price matching, didn't even blink about it, picked up my car, put me in a loaner until it was ready, and down the road motors we went. The place, freemantoyota.com, that's freemantoyota.com, where you'll always get much, much more and pay nothing at freemantoyota.com.
So I want to bring this up because in case you don't know this and other people have had this issue, Michael Person said that I emailed from the website and it kept coming back undelivered. Do you know anything about that?
Nope. It could be based on a business email address or personal email address.
Where it was coming from?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that an issue? Or
because I've got two things of software that are, because I get so much stuff coming into my website that's separating it.
Right.
But I've got 60 something emails this week So you can also send it kurtchase@yahoo.com.
There you go.
If you're having a problem, just go kurtchase@yahoo.com and send it to me, and
Go from there.
I'll get it.
Yeah. We might need to start pushing that too, just in case there's somebody having troubles with that too.
Yeah, and I've had some people go, hey, I can't get through, and then I get my personal email, and for whatever reason it goes through. So I keep checking and making sure everything's updated and all my spyware, spamware, whatever's all
they're
working.
They're after you, Kurt.
That's right. Wait, coming up at 9 o'clock, what would you do? Be sure to tune in. We want to know, excuse me, your thoughts on a certain situation. And
so you're holding that back so that you can't let them even think about it?
Nope.
So they got to be tuned.
no, but what do you got to jump in and start?
Well, I mean, you're advertising something, but nobody knows what you're advertising.
That's right.
We do what
No,
we
I
do
am
when
advertising.
we do what we do when we do. The
is
great Ron
called
Washington.
What would you do?
Okay. Well, there you
It's
go.
really simple.
Okay. Be prepared. So
Yeah.
what time are we doing that?
We're going to be doing that. You're not even paying attention.
I'm
are
over
you?
here working. I don't
No,
know what you're doing.
I don't know what
I'm
you're
working.
doing over there, but 9 o'clock hour.
Okay. You sure? All
Yeah.
right. Well, that's coming up.
That's right. When we get back from break, what would you do here on the Automotive Edge radio show? Phone lines are open 214-787-1190. That's 214-787-1190. A lot going on in the auto industry. This is a big Saturday and Monday. You can maximize your trade this week. Get this, just in trades alone, for everybody that contacted me, the dealers hit it right on the money. Some of them went a little bit above to make sure they got that trade in because it was so clean. But we picked up another $36,000 this week on trade-in value because I had a couple of people that actually FaceTime me, and I'm looking at that car going, man, that thing is clean. Here, do this and do that. And
So they had already gotten an offer.
Yep.
And then you said that's probably not right.
yeah, I said that's kind of light in the britches.
Yeah.
I wouldn't take that
Offer.
price. And so the one guy, they were offering him $31,500, and it was a $34,000 rig all day. I mean, unless I was missing something, meaning it needed stuff I couldn't see, tires. And I told him, I said, hey, take your steering wheel, turn the tires, and step out and put the camera on the tire. I'm like, golly, this thing's tired up good. AC blows cold, and he had it, it had it down to, where it was, you could have chilled meat in it. And he went through the whole car with me, and brand new spare in the back. And I'm like, golly, this is a nice car. So with that, I said, look, tell him $34,000, you're going to hit the road. And sure enough, the guy goes, all right, I'll do the deal right now, 34. So we picked him up, $3,500.
That's a lot. That's real money in my book.
Yeah, that's about $100 a month in payments.
There you go.
214-787-1190 coming up. What would you do here at the 9 o'clock hour on the Automotive Edge radio show on 1190 KFXR, part of the iHeartMedia network? Don't go away. We'll be right back.
All right. Things going good this morning so far.
I watched that video last night.
Which one was that?
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Oh, did you?
Oh, boy.
The concert?
Oh,
Was it on Netflix?
I was on my phone, and it was pretty.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Show's got put on a great show. We watched the last Tom Cruise Mission Impossible last night.
Oh, yeah?
Have you seen it?
No, is that what's his name that just passed away? Oh. You know what I'm talking about, right? They had the throat issue.
Val Kilmer?
No, that was the airplane show, wasn't it? What?
Yeah.
Okay. So I've not seen any of the ones you're just talking about.
You haven't seen any of the Mission Impossibles?
No. Are they
Okay,
good?
you need to watch, go back 3 and then start watching them. This was final, what do they call it? Final something. I got to tell you, some of it's,
Over the top.
pretty far-fetched, when he's down at the bottom of the Bering Sea and takes off all of his stuff and swims to the top. you know, and
You kind of have a hard time believing that.
well, I mean, when the water's below freezing, and,
Yeah.
you know, he's 1,000 feet down and he makes it.
All right.
Like, wow, that's pretty impressive, Tom. But you know, it's the movies. But overall, really cool. And the way it ended was just like Ocean 11, which it took me. I thought about that movie and I went, man, I've seen it. That's where I saw that ending. Really cool. So I'm not a big Tom Cruise fan. I think he's kind of a wackadoodle-doo in a few ways. When you listen to him, he's, you know, he's kind of out there. But Risky Business, cool movie. Top Gun, cool movie.
That's what I was
A
thinking
Few
about.
Good Men
Val
with Jack
Kilmer.
Nicholson. Real good movie. Obviously, when you get saying you can handle the truth.
Yeah.
So he has some good movies that he put out. Just the Mission Impossible series. I forgot who they announced. I think is going to be taking that over. But good movie. We watched it last night. Me and my lovely bride, and she brought home an Eatsy's cheese pizza, which is just off the hook.
Oh, cool.
Little pesto and mushrooms on it. Oh. Little salad.
You guys were rocking.
And then I got to, you know, watch the movie and look over and see my beautiful wife. I mean, my life is good. Good.
Yeah.
So anyway, I enjoyed it. I think we paid $20 for it instead of going to the movies and paying $100 and whatever after you have, you know, something to eat.
And how about just getting there and going?
Well, we
You're
took my grandson to
safe to your
see
home.
one of the Pixar movies. We left there. It was $127.
Outrageous.
Tickets and food. I'm going, you have got to be kidding me. But I mean, yeah, pretty nice. You know, you got your own waiter or waitress and reclining seats. And
New
what do you
refrigerator.
pay for it.
New refrigerator to keep all that wonderful stuff in. The Great White Hope. Yes, sir. Awesome.
You think that's funny, don't you?
Well, I'm being honest.
No, you're not.
It's a beautiful refrigerator.
It's not funny, Bo. Why do you got to be that way? We're having a great show. And then Bo has to throw that stuff out there.
Well, I mean,
No. We're not even going to elaborate. I don't even want to talk about it.
Well, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
So the pizza, it was good, huh?
Eatsy's. Have you ever eaten at Eatsy's?
I don't think so.
You go in there, a little pricey, but their food, they have like 30 chefs there
Oh, really?
putting together all this food. Then you walk up to this gourmet cabinet and they've got everything.
Wow.
And fresh bread, fresh paninis, they prepare all these different salads.
You know, Purple Haze has brought a few things home from there before and told me, but I don't pay attention. When there's food, I just eat it.
Yeah. Really, really nice. I'd love to have some of their shrimp and crab, but I'm not paying that price for it. No can do.
That's what they got to do to keep alive, I guess. Must be the tariffs.
Oh, I don't know.
The
but,
crabs are expensive bringing in from out of the country.
yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I can't. You know, you're paying $30-something a pound, and no, thank you.
So Michael sent you an email on your Yahoo account. So check it out.
Got it. You know what? I like this weather. I think
I do
it's
too.
football weather.
I love it. You know, and it's dark driving now. Saturday mornings where it used to be kind of like this when I'd start my driving, you know, lighter. Now it's dark. Then when they change the time, then it'll be really dark.
My buddy called me and asked me if I want to go to the Miami-Pittsburgh game in Pittsburgh, December 17th. Can you imagine how cold it's going to be in Pittsburgh?
It'll be nippy probably.
In the open stadium, Three Rivers. Ooh, way. Monday night,
Yeah.
December 15th or 17th, whatever.
I think I'll watch it on television.
He's like, come on, buddy, I'm buying. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm paying for everything. Let's go. I'm like, oh, boy.
Well,
So I've been to the stadium,
right.
which would be stadium number 23 that I've been to. in my
Wow,
life.
that's awesome.
But there was no game. I was there with Will Sakala, and it was pretty cool. and went through the whole stadium.
You went to the baseball field there too, didn't you?
Watched the game. That was live. The backdrop in that stadium, there's nothing better. I don't know how you would sit because you're looking at the downtown Pittsburgh lit up.
I don't think people realize how gorgeous Pittsburgh is. I mean, it really is.
Really, really, really nice.
I was
enjoyed it.
shocked when I went. So,
Yep.
But it does get cold.
Yeah, it was nice while we were there. It was sunny. We walked around, and Will gets up every morning, 5:30, 6 o'clock, and goes out and sits on this bench right at Three Rivers, and does his meditation. I think he's out there praying Pittsburgh will ever go to the playoffs again.
Well, we're doing the same thing.
No, I don't pray for that. I pray the team gets sold.
Yeah, well, that ain't gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. You need to pray for just something. I've been watching the episodes too. What you told me about what is it? The Great American Team or something like that.
Oh yeah,
the America's Team. Some pretty cool stuff on there.
Wait till you get to number 7. 214-787-1190 is the number. This segment of the show goes to Grapevine Ford, home of the Love It or Leave It promise. You don't like that vehicle, when you get it home, turn right around and take it back. There was a gentleman bought an Expedition, but then he saw that Expedition King Ranch, brought the Expedition back same day and bought it. It's just that simple. They want you happy every time you make that monthly payment or you write a check for your vehicle. They want you coming back knowing you were taken care of. And a lot of people, when you drive that car over the lot, you are an owner. It's yours. Well, Grapevine Ford wants it done different. Right there between Main Street and Texan Trail, you got Cameron and Cameron both on the desk there, taking care of all the numbers.
Sounds like a singing duo.
Yeah, almost
Cameron
like a law firm.
That's
Cameron
true.
and Cameron.
That's true.
And let them help you out with your Ford. One of the best lineups of SUVs, and then their pickup trucks and what they do to them on the showroom floor, and the Broncos and the Mach-E, and now they have a Mustang Dark Horse sitting on the showroom floor.
Wow.
I almost took it home. That's a car I definitely have it will not work in anything I do. I do like that car.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So anyway, the place, the home of the Love It or Leave It promise, Grapevine Ford, a 10-year sponsor now of the Automotive Edge radio show. And I want to thank Ches Gilmore, managing partner, general manager, and all the great staff there at grapevine.ford.com.
All right, drum roll, please.
Okay, what would you do? Now, this really gets me. It really, really does. I mean, it just gets me that I got online and I knew there was a survey done on this, and a buddy of mine directed me to it. So I want to thank him for some of the insight. What would you do? Okay. Phone lines are open, 214-787-1190. That's 214-787-1190. So you walk out of a restaurant, walk out of a store, and you're in the parking lot, and the car alarm goes off on somebody else's car. What do you do?
How close is the car?
Oh, boy, here we go.
Well, I mean, if it's like,
Oh, boy, there's
Walk
always
away.
that one in the crowd. I just happen to have him every Saturday here for the last too many years. Okay.
what if I come out of the
Well, if it was a red car or a white car, maybe blue.
well, what color is it?
My God.
Well, if I came out of the store,
No, okay. Bo can't
All
participate
right, I'm
anymore.
out. Okay.
Phone lines are open, 214-787-1190, or post on the Automotive Edge live feed here, whether you're on YouTube or the Automotive Edge Facebook page or LinkedIn. Post your response or give us a call, 214-787-1190. You walk out and there is an alarm going off on a car. What would you do? And the numbers are staggering to one response. What would you do? Do you even care? Do you keep
You
going?
told me I couldn't answer. Well,
Okay, without going
okay.
distance or color or year, make, and model.
I would, if it's close to the store that I came out of, I'd probably go back in the store, and tell some person there that works there that there's an alarm going off out there in the parking lot. Now, if you're at a strip center or a big place like has a lot of stores, I don't know what you do really.
Do you walk over to see if everything's okay? Are you paying attention? Are you looking to see if the car is being stolen? Do you even care?
Probably most of the time, I probably wouldn't even care.
Yeah. Back up 25 years ago, if the alarm was going off, would you respond?
I don't think they had alarms back 25
That's
years
not the point.
ago.
There's always that one in the crowd, and we have him here on the Automotive Ed Radio Show.
Well, it would have been different 25 years ago, but most people nowadays really don't want to get involved because of a lot of issues that we know are out there.
Yep.
And I think probably most people said I wouldn't do anything.
Well, Jim Wagner just posted probably nothing. So here's the numbers. This is incredible. 90% said they don't care. They're going to keep walking. Doesn't phase them one way or another.
I would say that's probably even a lower number than what I think. I would think it'd even be higher than that. I think
5% said they would walk up to the car. And then 5% said they would take pictures and turn on their camera in case the car was being stolen and videotape.
But wouldn't you see if somebody's trying to steal the vehicle? Where's anybody around if they're not stealing? If somebody's going to steal it, they're like trying to break in or whatever. That's different. If I saw that, I'd call the cops and try to get the license plate number or whatever else. Of course, I have a different mode of madness because of what I carry, but still, that's another story. There's a little more involvement than when you see somebody trying to break in. But if you can't see that.
But what are you going to do if they're breaking into the car?
I'd probably say, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Okay.
I'm calling 911 right now.
Well, you know what? When they were talking about, the different things, a lot of people said in this survey, I was just fascinated that most of the time when the alarms are going off on the car, you know what it's caused by?
Just motion.
No. People with their clicker trying to find their car.
Oh, that's true too. I've done that myself.
Okay. The number one reason why people don't get involved, what do you think it is?
Because of the fear factor.
That's right. Fear of their life. They're going to get shot.
Or get involved in something they don't want to get involved in.
Well, they just say because, they think 100% of the people that are breaking in the car probably got a gun. And they're just not going to get involved.
Well, that's the reason why people don't want to pick up hitchhikers anymore. Or there's a lot of changes that's happened over the years.
Did you ever pick up hitchhikers?
I did back in the day.
Did you?
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't even think about it today. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't. There's no way. But I have way back. And
I used to have buddies right after senior graduation.
Well, didn't y'all hitchhike to Galveston?
They had their. I never did.
Oh, I thought you
I drove, but
oh.
we picked. It was so funny how many times we saw a buddy or somebody we knew on I-45, maybe down in Conroe or wherever. We're like,
got that thumb out there, baby.
They got that sign, Galveston or bust.
It's the only reason to be going 45 south is Galveston.
But you know what? When I started looking at that survey, it was amazing how so many people turn an eye to.
What would you do?
If I'm alone, I'm going to approach the car. And I'm going to be very discreet. I'm just not going to walk up to some guys on the car and go, "Hey, turn around and get shot." But
you're going to be a deck and roll kind of guy.
Yeah, I'm going to walk up and kind of, scope it out. And here's the thing too. Did you know that there are some exhaust systems that you can fire it up and shake that car enough to get the alarm to go off? You can tap a car, bump it. Let's say you're backing up.
Oh, yeah.
The alarm goes off. But to completely ignore it, that's why I love that show. What Would You Do with John Quinones from whatever channel he's on? Is that how many people just shake their head and ignore? And so many people, because the way society is, are afraid to.
Well, look how many people that's gotten, really hurt or lost their life.
Yeah.
Trying to help somebody. I mean, that's not something that's a myth. That's reality.
Yeah.
So when you step into the water, you better know how to swim.
You know,
and know
they
what to
they
expect.
listed the top 10
Mm.
things when people would get involved. And the number one deal where somebody would get involved, what do you think it was?
I would think if it's saving a child's life somehow, like get them out of a car, or there's,
That was number 2.
okay.
Number 1 was assault on a female,
Okay. Well, that's high up there with that kind of same
where
situation.
men are moving quick. They see some lady getting assaulted, they're moving like really quick. And number 2 was, something happened to a child where they're hurt or fall in a pool or whatever the case.
Or they're in
may
a
be.
car to see somebody.
Yeah.
And that might be one reason you might want to check a car is that a kid is in the back seat.
And number 3, what do you think it was in the top 3?
That's a good question.
Helping the elderly.
Okay.
There's no confrontation there.
Right. I got you.
If you see an elderly person that has fallen, or an elderly person
Oh,
with
sure.
a flat tire, or an elderly person on the whatever the case may be. And so he made a great point. He said, when the turning point was? And I said, what? And he said it was around 1998 on how many people were pulling over, and there were some actually police officers that were killed. They were pulling over. People were showing they needed help, and they were there to rob whoever
Sure.
stopped to help them.
Yeah.
And he said that trend just started growing, and people quit helping people that really needed help. And, I would just tell you, it happened to us one time. Melinda and myself and the 3 boys were in a custom van. I brought it home from the dealership, and we're going to do a little road trip. And we broke down 2 miles from the house. Alternator went out. This family actually pulled over in a minivan and packed all 5 of us in their minivan and got us up the street to the house. And he pulled over. He goes, "Can I help you?" I said, "No, I'm good." And he goes, "Are you sure?" And I looked over and I saw him and the kids. And I went, "Well, my van died." And I said, "We live right up the street. Get in."
You
and
feel
so,
a little safer when he's got kids in the car, I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
there's
just
certain ways that you can look and see if there's a healthier atmosphere to that. And that was it.
Yeah. So
Would you have gotten in the car with him by himself?
No.
See, there you go.
I'd have walked.
Yeah.
I wasn't that far from the house.
Right.
But number 1 answer was no one cares. Number 2, they think it's somebody looking for a car, or it went off without anything.
Still not getting involved.
Breaking the law.
Right.
And number 3 was they didn't want to get involved in fear of getting hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wow.
Time for commercial break. Sorry, this is a good segment.
There we go. 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. Quick break. We'll be right back. Good morning to Ralph Paul. I'm telling you, a nice white shirt. I told Bo not to wear a dark shirt. Look what he did. But the TCU, there we go. You can see the TCU. There we go.
I did that and also have the Tarleton State hat. That's in reference to college football kicking
Now,
off.
hey, we had a lot of listeners. Get this. We had over 300 just from LinkedIn tuned in last week.
Sweet.
And a few of the people were asking me about CBD and what I was talking about. Here's the deal. Go right now, your Y-O-U-R, yourcbdstore.com.
And Ralph Paul's tuned in right now and says, "Good morning. Nice white shirt."
Yourcbdstore.com. They have these new seltzers, Kava, that is absolutely incredible. So I picked up a 4-pack, both. And I got to tell you what, that Dr. Ferrari has got this gig going on. We like both the Kavas and the Brain Boost. My wife can't live without it now, and she has a half a can. The little caps that come in, you can put them back on it to seal it. And she's a number person. She's always on a computer, fingers work, and she loves her Brain Boost. So at night, we're relaxing. Maybe we got so much going on, our brains aren't slowing down, and then we have a 1-to-1-to-1 gummy that helps Melinda sleep at night. For me, at 10:35, I'm done. Unless the house is on fire, I can roll over and I am done. But there's so many great products. The other day, my shoulders and neck were killing me. Melinda got out the CBD cream and put it on my neck and shoulders. And within 10 minutes, I'm rocking and rolling. And my hands, it's not arthritis, just a little bit of joint pain here and there. Put a little cream on there. I am fine. I'm telling you, you want to change your life right now. Go to your CBD store, Keller.com. There's a phone number there too, where you can talk to all the great folks there and get the real good information. And then there's QR codes on every product to tell you what you're ingesting every time, what you're putting in your mouth. It's only USDA certified organic CBD. And I got to tell you, every time I'm in there, the stories are absolutely incredible. I have some friends taking this. I've been taking this for, oh, yeah, I'm a regular customer. Yeah, I had, it's unbelievable. And your pets, they got products for your pets too, from collagen creams to helping you sleep. And it's not about the high at your CBD store in Keller. It's not about the high. It's about your health. And they've got something for you. You want to lose some weight? Try their trim product. So for everybody out there that's on LinkedIn and YouTube and shifting gears and everybody that's, you know, I kind of touched on it last Saturday, go to your CBD store, Keller.com. And I've got 5 buddies that are veterans, and they are completely off their drugs and taking only CBD. And it's your CBD store, Keller.com. I love that stuff. Everything about it. We take it every day.
They should have named it Bocava.
Bocava.
Yeah. Get your
Put
cava.
your mug on it.
Get your mug on it. Bocava. The Bocava drink.
Wow.
30 seconds till we're back live.
There we go.
Well, I got it posted up there too. Your CBD store, Keller.com. So
Yeah, tell them you're listening to the Automotive Edge radio show. Get yourself a little discount. But I'm going to tell you what, the new Cavas, I mean, you hear lion's mane and turkey tail and all these things. You're going, what is all that? Well, the QR code on their products will tell you exactly what it is. This morning, I had to put a little bit of the cream on my hands. My hands feel phenomenal. Your CBD store, Keller.com.
good morning, Wesley Stewart, our Florida connection.
214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. Burn, baby, burn.
Yeah.
Come on. I know you want to get up and dance. Just let it go. Nobody's watching. Grab your wife by the hand. I'm going to tell you what, you'll change your love life. Dance with your wife a little bit. Spin around. There you go. Turn around. Put it close. Put a little smooth back out. There you go. Disco Saturdays here on the Automotive Ed radio show. Grab the one you love. 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. It's the Automotive Ed radio show, helping you with all your automotive needs, whether you're buying, selling, trading, leasing, parts, service, body shop. We got you covered. This segment of the show goes to you directly from the great folks over at the totally redesigned, totally remodel. I mean, from concrete to roof. Grapevine Dodge, right there at 121 and William D. Tate. And I'm going to tell you what, Mr. Dillon.
Mr. Dillon.
The general sales manager there, Marshall Dillon.
Mr. Dillon, remember that? Chester. It was Chester. Mr. Dillon.
That's right. You got it going on. Over $18,000 off. They have a 2025 1500 Laramie. Over $18,000 off. And here's the thing. If you go to grapevinedodge.com and look at specials, I don't think there's anything, maybe, but I don't think there's anything under a $10,000 discount. They are clearing out their inventory because when you remodel your store from head to toe, the manufacturer dumps you an extra allocation and they level the used car building to put concrete for more cars. And what does that mean? Bigger discounts for you, the consumer. They don't want to pay interest. They don't, all this tax stuff is ridiculous. They don't want to pay interest to the bank for the inventory that they borrowed money for to have on the lot for you, the consumer. Great time to trade. And then it comes down to people. The place for your Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, or Ram, go no further than 121 and William D. Tate. and see the great folks over at Grapevine Dodge. Log on now to grapevinedodge.com. That's grapevinedodge.com. Okay. Before I get into my top picks, well, no, I'll do that later. I'm telling you what, I was sent so much fascinating stuff this week. I got buddies that they send me the coolest articles and things to talk about, and I just love them. There's 9 different feeds that I get every week, and they send me some stuff. Now, one of my buddies got mad at me because he called me and he goes, "Hey, Kurt, I need to talk to you." I'm like, "Okay, what's going on?" He goes, "What are your thoughts?" Now, he shouldn't have had me on speaker in the first place. But if you do, realize I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm going to tell it like it is. My opinion, though, I mean, Bo's got his opinion. I've got my opinion. I've got facts. Bo's got his facts. And sometimes they intertwine. Sometimes they don't. But that's why I tell you, drive. Doesn't matter what Bo says. Bo could go out and test drive 20 cars, and they'd be the top rated. They would be the top rated cars in the world. And he goes, didn't like, stunk, didn't like, liked, whatever the case may be. And that's why I tell people
it's an opinion, which is what you say about a lot of articles that are written.
Opinions matter, facts count.
Right.
And so whatever your butt feels the best in is probably the car you need to buy. But the only way that you know that your butt feels good is if you're driving more than 30 minutes in the car and you're adjusting your 8-way power seat. I have a friend, if it's not a 10-way power seat, he's not driving it. And probably power number 2 or 3 gets him where he wants to be, but he's got to be a 10-way power seat guy. Okay, that works. But I don't sugarcoat it. So anyway, I'm on the phone. He goes, "What do you think about electric cars?" I said, "You know what? I wish they were never invented. But, the auto industry started on electric cars. It wasn't gasoline cars. It was electric."
Yeah, but that was about 200 years ago.
So, well, back in the early 1900s. But anyway, fast forward, he goes, "Why?" He goes, "Don't the gasoline cars do more damage to the earth than electric cars?" I went, "Absolutely not. That's a false pretense." So anyway, I'm jumping into it, and he goes, "Well, that smile just turned into a frown." And I went, "Why?" And he goes, "Well, my wife's sitting here, and
oh boy,
we want a Tesla." I'm like, "Great." He goes, "What do you mean great? You just bashed our dreams." I'm like, No. You asked me what I thought about electrification. I don't like it. I would not have an electric car in my garage or my driveway, period. Unless that was the only way to get around, then you're forced to buy. Luckily, we got a great president and Congress going, "Hey, take all these mandates away. Quit giving cars away on the taxpayer dollar," because nobody would buy them if they didn't have the $7,500 off. Nobody would. We're going to find that out real quick, how creative they're fixing to be. But anyway, I said, I can give you 3 reasons why I don't like electric cars. A, they don't work for my lifestyle. B, they're very expensive. And C, what it takes to build one, they're digging up a lot of the world. I don't get it. And then when you look at the cost and the things, not my gig. Do I enjoy driving them? 100%. I have a need for speed, and these things fly out like a wild banshee. They are incredible in acceleration and torque. Love all that about it. But I'm not the one going to drive around and continue to look down at my battery to see how much further I can go and monitor and map out my driving based on electrification. Not my gig. But I remember when Jesse Hull brought me over one of the electric vehicles, and he took it up the driveway with a remote control. Whoa, how cool is that? The technology, fantastic. The ride, the drive, and handling, fantastic. The acceleration, my kind of vehicle. Overall, not my lifestyle. Will not work into my day-to-day, period. So with that, he goes, "Well, thanks a lot." Click. And so anyway.
Well, you gave him some good positive things about it. So I don't know. It's just because he didn't like the fact that it was not more advantageous to the environment.
He wanted me to break out the pom-poms, and that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, we were saving lives. The little animals running out in the weeds and the woods and helping the environment. Now it's worse.
Yeah.
When you really study what they have to do to get these batteries for these vehicles, it'll knock your socks off.
You know, and it's one this way, two does another. Here's the thing. So anyway, they told me what they were looking for, and I found one, and they bought it yesterday.
Good.
And he goes, "Hey, hater, here's a picture of me."
Hater.
And the wife was making a gesture, which I didn't know
Uh-oh.
that side of her.
Ooh.
And she goes, "You know, we love you."
She gave you the number one salute.
It was a unique thank you. But I just
you mean
told
it
her,
was
I
past
said,
you meant handshake, hug, or prayer?
you know,
So they added another one to it.
yeah. It was, but here's the thing. I'm just not that guy. There's so many great hybrid vehicles out there. So much great technology that's non-electric that I like. I just like it.
And also it's what's moving more forward. I mean,
Yeah.
that's really where the industry is going.
Yeah.
More and more hybrid, not more and more electric.
Well, if you look at it, actually Volkswagen passed Tesla in sales last
How
month.
about that?
Tesla has dropped down. Everybody's mad at, you know,
Of course.
Elon or whatever. What he did with Doge was one of the greatest things that we've seen in a long time.
That's why they hate him.
You know, yeah, he needs to be up there with the Nobel Peace Prize as well. But it's just not my gig. People call me on certain make and models, and my question to them is, why are you looking at that model? Before I even give my opinion whether it's good or bad, why are you looking at that model? Price point, fantastic. Let me tell you how to look at a pre-owned automobile. But when you say, how do you feel about this product? I'm going to tell you how I feel. Because I'm wired a little bit different. I do something different than 99.99% of all buyers do.
Well, for me, that's what I would want. I don't want to call somebody that's just a yes man and go like being told what you just want to hear.
Yeah.
I don't want that. If I'm calling you for advice, I want your advice. Now, I may not particularly like the ultimate sound of that advice, but I'm going to take it in consideration because I know you know the business. You've been in it for what, 50 years? I mean, most of your life, I think you've done
November will be 38.
Yeah, 38 years. So if you want
But you just said
information.
the most important part, an opinion.
Right, but still, I want that opinion because you are in it. It's the reason I go to my doctor or my dentist, or I want their opinion what needs to be done. Now, I may not like it and I may not do it, but they're going to tell me what they think needs to be done. And then I've got the decision to make. And if I trust that doctor or dentist or whatever, then I'll probably move in what their suggestion is.
Time to go to commercial.
So that's what you're doing to them now. It's an opinion, but it's a lot of years of knowledge with it. So it's up to you to do what you want to do with
The
it.
feel of the wheel makes the deal. 214-787-1190. Quick break. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Well, you know, the mayor is finally up.
Well, why don't you turn your sprinklers off there, Mayor? Golly, what example are you setting for the neighborhood?
The morning team.
And the reason I sent you that message was yesterday I got a buy one, get one free meal at Bonefish.
Ooh.
And I thought they were putting it in everybody's mailbox. So I figured if you had one, we could take the wives over and, you know, we get a dinner, they get a free dinner. So that's why I was asking. You ever eaten a Bonefish?
I don't even know where it is now.
Oh, there's one in South Lake. Their food is wonderful. They had this deal called
Bonefish.
Bonefish. They have an appetizer called Firecracker Shrimp. It's not spicy. Got a little bite to it, but really, really, really good.
Is it a seafood place?
Yeah, they got a couple of meat items, mainly seafood. Bonefish.
Okay.
Bonehead.
Oh, there you
That
go.
just kind of rolled off the tongue, didn't it?
That's it.
Oh,
It's here in
boy.
Keller?
Oh my gosh.
You did say Keller, didn't
No,
you?
I didn't.
South Lake.
There you
I'll get there. I knew it
You
was
are a
close.
bonehead.
I knew it was close.
So what'd you think about Tajin?
Section, isn't it?
Tajin.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. Here we go again. No matter what I say, you got a rebuttal.
Well, I was trying to figure. I thought it was Texan, but it's Tajin.
Yeah.
I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
I thought it was real good. Next time I'm gonna get that sandwich like you got. So that looks really good.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna roll that way next
All
time.
right. So here's the deal. I'm going to send out a newsletter next week, and there's going to be an invitation on it to join Bo and I at Cajun Restaurant on a Saturday for lunch for the first 24 people that respond. So we have a private room over there. We can hold 24. We're going to have a lot of great giveaways, a little bit of trivia, have some fun. Sign up for the newsletter to get your invitation. And the first 24 people that sign up, we're buying lunch and show up, and we're going to have some great giveaways, have a lot of fun. That's going to be I think it's the first Saturday in October. But anyway, sign up for the newsletter. The invitation will go out, and for the first 24 that respond, and we're going to have a great time. So it's Cajun. It's Texas Cajun. I met the owner. What a God-fearing man. This man will preach to you right at the table.
Yeah, that's good though.
And then we met his lovely daughter and husband and his grand kiddos, family-owned and operated. He's got 4 of them across the state. And what a great story this guy will tell you. He was in the radio business. He ran a radio station for 24 years and got into the restaurant business and then opened up a church. I mean, he's good as gold. He's got a beautiful outdoor patio, and they got a thing you put a dime in it or whatever. You crank it, and out comes fish food, and you can feed the fish and turtles right off the back of it. And so we're going to have a whole lot of fun. But the way to get your invitation to the Cajun luncheon is you got to sign up for the newsletter and get your invitation, and then respond RSVP right away, because we can do 24 in the room. And if it's success and we go over 24, then we'll try to pick another day.
Are we going to do our show there?
Yeah.
Oh, so we'll be there live to do our show.
We're going to be there live and kick it off, and then have everybody show up, and
so they'll be able to come earlier before the
come hang out with us. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Feed the fish, see the turtles,
and feed us.
It's got a playground out there for the kiddos, but it's adults, a husband and wife, or a guy and a gal, whatever. We're not asking you to bring 2 plus all the kiddos, because we got room for the 28 of us, and that's 24, and then Bo and his wife, myself and my wife, and then 24 guests. And anyway, sign up for the newsletter. We'd love to have you there. Oh, there you go. Disco Saturdays here on the Automotive Ed Radio Show. 214-787-1190 is the number. I know y'all are dancing. I can't see you. I know you're dancing. I know you are.
It should be on this wonderful Saturday morning.
Yeah.
It's cooling off in our area, and I hope it isn't in the rest of the areas in the country.
Are you cold in here with the fan on?
No, I'm good.
Wow.
Of course, I wore a long sleeve shirt because I'm always prepared when I go.
But he wears a parka. Next month he'll be in a parka with earmuffs. And
absolutely. You better believe it.
214-787-1190. This segment of the show is brought to you by our buddy Justin Crane down at Burleson Nissan, 35 in Renfro Road.
Ruh-roh.
Stop in there and see Justin. We had some family members down there last week. Took delivery. We had 2 people take delivery of their new Nissan this month and call me up and said, you know what, Kurt? I didn't even tell them your name. I didn't even tell them why I was there, and I was blown away and bought a Nissan Rogue. I don't know what the other person, it might have been a Sentra that they bought. But he goes, it was so funny. They always call them kids. The kids out there were great. I'm like, the kids, the salespeople, these young kids. I'm like, what a good thing. And he goes, yeah, we're all done there getting a perfect survey, just like you talked about. We're going to score them perfect, and had great information to feedback on the way they do business at Burleson Nissan. 35 in Renfro Road. They've got 4 vehicles, 5 now, under what the average used car is being sold for. Get that. 5 vehicles under the price of what the average used car is being sold for. So you can start out with the the Sentra, you have the Nissan Kicks. I mean, there's a couple of products out there, the Altima, that you're really going to enjoy driving. Remember, Nissan's always been about the torque and the horsepower and the get up and go. The Nissan Versa, they're lined up ready to go. Plus, they've got the new Nissan Armada. You're looking for the ultimate land yacht to get the family around. V6 turbo, the V8's gone. That's a must drive as well. So make the short drive to 35 and Renfro Road, or log on to burlesonnissan.com. That's burlesonnissan.com. Select a vehicle and enjoy your Nissan experience at the best place, burlesonnissan.com.
So we have a dear friend of mine tuned in, says it's showtime, and it's Danny Fain, and he is an awesome Santa Claus. So I know that it's getting close to that time for you.
It's
right
already
around
been that time.
I know, but
On
decoration
December
time.
26th, I start getting warm and fuzzies again.
I thought it was November 31st.
November 30th.
No, I mean October 31st.
No, it starts the day after Christmas, getting geared up for the next one.
Oh, January 1st. Right.
That's right. I was telling Will Sakala, he's up there in Hot Springs, Arkansas. So if you go in downtown, if you're heading north on Main Street, to the left is a 365 Christmas store. They're open every day of the year. Right across the street is a bakery that does a 32-layer Danish.
Wow.
And it's only that thick.
Oh, man.
So it's
Sweet.
fila, same thing baklava is made out of.
Right.
And she makes the best cherry and apple Danish. And it's you buy the whole big thing. I said, could you pick me up 4 of them? Because I put them in the freezer for the holidays. And my family goes nuts over this stuff. This lady that bakes those, we bought 4 of them the last time we were there, and they were gone. So
isn't there a 365 day, or well, I don't know if it's 365, but a year-round Christmas store in West Texas?
yeah.
Because I know you like that.
Oh, yeah.
Going
Right
down.
there at Slovak's.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I can tell you where they all are.
I know. Hey, well, there you go. There's 2 good locations for you to do your Christmas, decorating shopping now.
Yep. And we're in Knoxville, Tennessee, and we went into Hattiesburg and met the real Santa.
Oh, cool.
You know how you know the real Santa?
But the way he smells.
His beard smells like sugar cookies.
There you go.
There you go. 214-787-1190 is the number. Sugar cookies.
Oh, okay.
214-787-1190 is the number. New cars have gone up again on the average retail price. And remember, as new cars move up, used cars move up. So the average car traded in, when I was talking to all the dealers, it was amazing. A lot of $30,000 rigs being traded in. A lot. I haven't seen this before. Usually you're getting in these cars that, in the 15s and 18s and 20s. A lot of really nice cars being traded in right now because of zero APR. Amazing how many people are jumping all over zero APR for 72 months. And so one of my dealers was like, I got to clean up my lot. He goes, what? He goes, my average used car on my lot's $32,000. I'm like, yikers. That's a lot. But when you log on to all these different websites, and a lot of them, when you go to used cars, it says price. You can slide that little bar to the left and to the right. It's amazing when you go 20,000 or less. People are shocked what shows up on that screen. They're calling me, can you believe for $19,000 this thing got 160,000 miles on it? Yeah. The pre-owned RAV4s, get ready. Pre-owned CRVs, get ready. The numbers on those things are extremely high. Why? Durability, quality, cost of ownership. And people are keeping the cars longer. Remember that. Is that it jumped from a year and a half ago, from 10.4 years now to 12.2 years is the average length where people are hanging on to it. And that's really a signal for the manufacturers to go, hey, you're going to have to start building less cars and making some changes because people are keeping their cars longer. And they don't want these cars to stockpile at the dealerships. And so that's why right now you're seeing some massive rebates and extremely, extremely low APRs right now in the auto industry. But so many moms and dads are calling me going, hey, I need a good pre-owned car for $20,000. I'm like, golly, you're right there at the price of a brand new car. Like, what do you mean? I said, right there at a brand new car. If you can get a Versa, you can get an Altima, you can get a Kicks, you can get a Sentra, a Honda Civic, a Toyota Corolla. I mean, there's a bunch of cars now in the 20s, low 20s, mid 20s, brand new versus a pre-owned automobile. Then when you look at certified pre-owned, jump it up to $3,000 based on whatever the reconditioning costs were. So it's different times. There are cars priced in the teens, but here's the thing: when you call me and say, "Hey, I've got $18,000 plus TTNL," when I find that car for you, you have to move then. I had almost 20 people this week that called me up. They were all in that $20,000 or less category, and every one of those cars were sold in 24 hours. Because you got to remember something. When those cars come in, all of the salespeople, let's take an average sales department of 24 salespeople, okay? Those 24 people, I promise you, 75% of them have somebody waiting for that car. There's somebody waiting for it. So it's going to be first come, first serve. And if I tell you that's a good, clean, used car, call the dealer, give them your credit card, leave a deposit, and go get it. That's how hot they are. But I had so many people going, it's sold, it's sold. Justin Crane, he got in a half a dozen cars. I was all over them. The very next day, all but one of them were sold. So that's the hot spot. If you can find a nice car under 20 grand where the miles are right and it's a good, clean car, you better buy it when I call you. I can call the dealer and go, hey, I got a buyer. The salesman will call you. He'll lock that car down for you to get to the dealership. Slow your roll is not a good thing. If I endorse the car and tell you to move, move. 214-787-1190. Let's take a quick break. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Todd Gentman says, very true, Kurt. I've had my F-250 diesel for 11 years and plan to have it for a lot longer.
Yep.
For a while. Yeah, I mean, the vehicles are really strong and nice, and so they're made to last longer, and that's what people are doing, is keeping them longer.
Well, the diesels are looking at 14 years. Can you believe that? 14 to 15 years are keeping diesels.
Wow.
And, somebody like Ty, who knows how to work on them, it's a little bit different deal because you have your, the number one thing to take care of is the fuel filters on a diesel. You keep that fuel filter clean and what we used to call LOF, which I'm sure Ty knows what that means, lube, oiled, and filtered. Those diesels will last a long, long time. And here's Ralph. He's 430, 21 years old. Let me tell you what, you look at that car.
Looks brand new, doesn't it?
He took me in that car. We went to the Mecum auction together. Man, that's a nice ride. Everything about that car is cool.
Lexus are nice vehicles, and when we went to the baseball game out at the Rangers ballpark, my sister-in-law has a Lexus and got to park for free.
Really?
We were right across the street, man. It was great. If you have a Lexus, you get the free park in their Lexus parking lot out at the ballpark.
You sure about that?
I'm positive. I was in the vehicle when it happened.
Maybe it was that day.
No, they have Lexus parking out at Rangers, what do they call it? Globe Life Field or whatever they call it.
Somebody Google that. If you drive a Lexus, do you get Lexus parking free at any game season long?
Correct. You go to the Lexus.
Now, Larry just said that's true. I guess Larry drives a Lexus. I mean, he's a producer.
And it's right across the street from the ball. I mean, right. You cross the street, you're right going into the ballpark.
Hang on. Both of you are talking. Go ahead and
Oh.
say it again, Larry.
The bank that I work for, Wells Fargo, we have business with them, and that's true because my boss, when we went to a game, he did the same thing.
Wow.
Well, I did it just recently. I rode in the car with them. But you have to go to the Lexus dealership, and they'll give you a little sticker that you put on your car, and then you go out to the ballpark.
Oh, so now, see, you're not telling everybody. Now
It was a
sticker
brand new
you gotta-
Lexus, so I will say that.
Yeah, they probably had the sticker on there when they do that, but that's all you got to do. But it's got to be a Lexus vehicle.
Huh.
And you park right there and get in.
I park free in the Toyota parking lot.
Didn't know they had that.
Yeah.
They have Toyota parking?
Yeah. Right there where if you're coming off
Is it free?
360, mine is. And I pull up
30
there
seconds to realize.
and show them this little deal, and I pull right in and park, and then you walk down. There's Texas Live, and then the main entrance going in. I don't know if it's the same or whatever.
Ralph just testified to that. Yeah, you just got to get a little sticker from the dealership, but that applies to the whole year. And then I think,
Wow.
Yeah, and it's right across the street. I mean, like from here, you park here and go to across the street, and you're in the stadium.
Wow.
Very nice.
Hey, can we borrow your car to go to the Ranger game, Ralph?
There you go,
They
brother.
only got a few games left. Season's winding down.
Well, until the end of September. There's 6 games out. They're just not that good. They blew out Angels the other day, I think 20-3 or something, but then they'll lose 4 in a row. They can't get.
Yeah, I wonder
just
if that
can't-
coach is going to stay this next year.
I doubt it. He just can't get over the hump of this team.
Well,
I don't know why.
he got over the hump and won the World Series.
Well, that's the one thing, sure. He says, sure, we can borrow his car.
Beautiful, my guy.
Yeah.
You know, I felt a little awkward the other day. I was at the Toyota dealership, and I had my Camry in there for service. I was getting it all cleaned up and all the
Food.
filters and liquids all cleaned up, and
Seconds to realize.
a new set of tires. And they had this exact truck that Ralph was driving with a package and a few upgrades. And I almost bought it. And I went, I wonder what Ralph would feel, how he'd feel about me driving the same truck.
Well, he probably wouldn't care because he knows you probably won't keep it, but about 3 months, and then you have another one.
Yeah.
How about that truck we saw last week?
Oh,
You still got those pictures? Do you post them at all?
unbelievable. Little ABBA to bring in your Saturday. Spin around. Just put your hands out and just spin around. It's okay. Nobody's watching. You can do it.
And if it's raining in your area, go outside and
That's
sing
right.
in the rain. Remember the movie?
What was his name?
Singing in the rain.
Dancing in the Rain.
Huh?
And it was Dancing in the
Are
Rain.
you sure?
I don't know. What was his name? Gene Kelly.
Yeah. Gene Kelly. Maybe it's dancing. I
Yeah,
thought it
it's
was
Singing in
singing.
the Rain. It is. Just singing in the rain.
There you go.
Yep. Great times. Gene Kelly, Fred Astaire. Gosh, those guys are great to watch.
My watch says it's time to stand.
Well, get up. You should have been dancing to that.
I should have been, right?
That's right.
Uh,
214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. Great leases, great people, great car. Cost of ownership is low, low, low. Resale, extremely high, high, high. And then it comes down to where to go and the good people that are taking and selling and leasing this automobile. The place, highly Acura of Fort Worth, right there at 35 and 820. You take the Riverside exit, pull on in. They got the Integra. They got manual transmissions in stock. I am blown away by how many people still enjoy a manual transmission. And when you got over 300 horsepower in a car that size and a manual transmission, that's the way to get around town. From the MDX to the RDX to the ZDX, the ADX, they've got it ready for delivery, ready to lease. And you know what? I was there. I'm looking at this vehicle. I said, what is it? And he goes, that's a Superman rig. It's a Superman rig. And it said Superman blue with the red leather interior. And I got to tell you what, it is stunning.
It is super.
Whoa, it is super. All the way from David Gomez, managing partner, general manager, to Dean back in service. They got you covered for the best luxury sport combination vehicle out there. I mean, it's just tough to beat. You get when you open it up, it's luxury features at its best. When you drive it, you get the performance, you get the great ride. I mean, I just go on and on. I am a diehard Acura fan. I wish that I would have never, ever, ever traded my Acura in. I miss that car.
Well, so are we. We still have ours, though.
Yeah, I miss that car. I tried to buy it back, and the guy tried to charge me $4,000 more than what I traded it for. So I didn't. The place, highlyAccuraFortWorth.com. That's highlyAccuraFortWorth.com. All right. I got a bunch of questions on what we talked about last week, and I want to run through it real fast. Before you take your car to the shop, call the shop and see how backed up they are. There's so many people that have reached out to me that have been listeners for a very long time going, I got my car in the shop and I called them 3 days later. They still haven't even looked at it. Yeah. There's the supply for parts based on certain makes and models or certain supplies are backed up. When I go to the different dealerships, I'm like, what's your biggest thing? He goes, new car customers that something has happened to their vehicle that we don't have parts for. Because remember, they don't build cars, they assemble cars. A lot of problems with the infotainment system and all the different chips and modulars and everything that works with it. There's a backup supply. So if the car is drivable, go ahead and get your car checked in, but don't leave it there. I got a call, the vehicle been in there 3 weeks and still no end in sight on the parts. And I get it. I put my camera in the shop and we needed to replace the bearings on the front end. And it was 2 weeks before the bearings got there. But I knew that. I made a phone call. Hey, what's going on? Well, the bearings are on back order. And so it's going to be this much time. Should I drive the vehicle? Not good to drive. And so I was fortunate enough to get a loaner to drive while those bearings were coming in. Luckily, they got in really quick. And it wasn't 2 weeks and got it taken care of. But whatever your product is, if it's a recall or a service bulletin or a problem, when you get there, ask them, when can you get this thing fixed? Not looked at. When do you think you'll be able to get it fixed? And they'll tell you, they'll give you a date. A lot of them say, well, right now it's going to be 2 days before I can even get it looked at. You say, well, okay, is this vehicle safe to drive in your opinion? Get it in writing and then say, okay, call me when I can get it here to get it looked at.
Most dealers will probably let you set an appointment, wouldn't they? To where if you're just going in and then you say when you can look at it, well, it'll take a couple of days, then you can say, can I make an appointment for that time that you can?
Yep.
Will they do it like that?
Yeah, they will.
Yeah.
My wife made that point last night where she had one of the service advisors come to her going, hey, we have this problem, this problem, this problem. So, hey, I don't make that decision, but you need to make sure if they drive off, they know they're driving off, there could be a problem.
Right.
And you're kind of in a catch-22, but making that appointment and then talking to them about a service loaner and getting in line to where you drop it off, you're in a vehicle, then it's up to them to get that vehicle up and running, your parts in, whatever the case may be. But a lot of people dropped them off and were very, very upset they could not touch that vehicle for weeks. And if it's not something that's going to be detrimental if something else happens, keep driving the car till they can get it in and repair it. 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. I'm Kurt Chase with the Great One Big Wheel, Bo Carver. We'll be right back.
All right. See if I can get out of this place for a second. I need rollers on this chair. I'm stuck. I can't get out. Sorry about that. Can't get my feet down on the ground to move the chair. There we go. We need rollers on this thing. I don't want to mess your floor up.
Yeah, no doubt. Brand new floor. No, I'd have holes in the wall. Be flying backward, just hitting it. Thanks, everybody, for joining us here on the Automotive Edge Radio Show. My lovely bride, the great Ralph Paul. I'm telling you, if you're not feeling good or you want to feel better, you want to lose the weight, whatever the case may be, your CBD store, Keller.com. I'm telling you, check out their products. And I just got a bunch of thumbs up from everybody on LinkedIn and a few other places going, thanks for the tip. I'm telling you, get educated. Get educated and find out, talk to them. Right when you come through the door, Ralph and them, they're going to offer you a macaroon and then ask you if you got any pains or problems. And they got the cream and the spray and they're ready to go. And then they got a couch and chairs, sit and have a conversation. Dialogue is paramount when it comes to your health. And they're not about writing prescription or go see the doctor. You need drugs. This is all natural. And then you look at all the seltzers and things that they have that like almost no calories in it. And I'm going to tell you what, that new Kava, lights out. Your CBD store, Keller.com. So have you ever owned a diesel?
I've never owned a diesel.
And you're a truck guy. Would you take a truck over a car?
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Really?
Yeah, I would most definitely. I've had 2 or 3 trucks in my life, and I miss them when I don't have them. Now I've got I bought my brother's Expedition when he traded to get one of the what did he get? Infinity. So it's still running.
I got a call the other day from Ken.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
cool. What did he want?
A little follow-up phone call.
That's cool. Everything good?
Yep. I love it when he goes, call me on my landline.
Yeah. Call me on my landline.
You don't hear that too often.
No, people. You have a landline?
No.
I wonder how many people do nowadays.
I got a connection for it in my office, but
Well, he
I don't. And they say having a landline is a good thing because you don't get all the bogus calls.
well, not really. He still gets them on his landline.
Really?
Oh yeah, yeah. He tells me all the time. He said, "I don't know why I'm starting to get all these bogus phone calls." He said, I answer it and it's just some
Everybody's
garbage.
being flooded right now with insurance calls. Update your insurance on your home and car. I mean, I'm deleting them as fast as
Well, the
they're
car
coming in.
thing has just been a joke forever. Like, but that's warranty calls on your car. All right, we were chasing them down the highway to get your warranty. But I don't know. Insurance to me is a joke. Banking is a joke. So many things out there are just crazy. I hate the system of our how you get judged on your credit. I hate that system. Whoever came up with that ought to be knocked in the head. And I don't understand how you can apply for credit, get approved, but yet it hurts your credit rating.
That's not true.
Oh, it does. If you
Really?
Because of being, what do they call it? Doing the thing. What do they call it? What's the word I'm looking
Inquiries.
for? Inquiry. It isn't it? I said it does.
It's a wise sell.
Not true.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You want me to back it up?
I've done it on credit cards. Got approved, got the credit card, up, an inquiry, boom, got hit 5 points or something.
No.
I'm telling you, Kurt, I know. Now, I know you don't have to do that anymore, but I do.
I have a friend that went out and he had 14 inquiries on his bureau. You know what it changed the score when he was shopping for a car 2 weeks ago?
What?
None.
Oh, I don't believe that at all. I'm sorry.
None. Zero zilch.
Out there, folk, if you're tuned in.
The laws and everything
Let-
have changed
let
that they
me-
cannot deplete your score based on if you go and you're shopping for a car and you have that auto inquiry and we get Jackie Shapiro on the phone. She's the guru. She'll tell you it. Now, if you run around and you're trying to, you're going for a credit card, you're going for mortgage, you're going for furniture, and you're hitting all of these things at one time, you can be depleted by a point, 2 points, whatever the case may be on your deal. But people think that the pastor out in Rowlett, he had 32 inquiries on his bureau and his score changed 5 points.
Okay, folk, if you let me know, you let us know if you what your experience with that is. I'd like to know. So,
You want to get Jackie on the phone?
we can if you want. You mean call her?
You got her number?
I don't have her number, I don't think.
Okay, here, let's see if we can get her in. We're gonna get Jackie's opinion. Let's see here. I think I got it.
She's probably scuba diving. Let us know what your opinion is on that if you're listening to what we're talking about on our social media sites. We're not on the radio back yet, but we have a different of opinion on that situation.
All right, 20 seconds till we're back live.
All right. Thank you.
Now, here's the funny part. Jackie's going to tell you the truth, and Bo's going to argue with her.
What do you expect? That's why I'm here.
I mean, Jackie is like the ultimate credit guru, and Bo's going to tell her baloney.
Probably will. She's probably scuba diving.
Yeah, probably. And she's getting married.
Really?
Yep.
Well, good for her.
He's going to marry a girl that can beat him up. Kind of like you.
Oh, there you go.
She ever put you in a headlock?
Dude, that's just been the least of the trouble.
That's easy to deal with.
That's easy there, baby.
The suplexes are a little bit difficult, though.
Yeah,
huh?
there's some bigger problems than that. She's not called Purple Haze in the pro wrestling ring for no
I
reason.
shot her in both knees and she still kept coming. 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. It's the Automotive Ed Radio Show, helping you with all your automotive needs, whether you're buying, selling, trading, leasing, parts, service, or body shop. We got you covered. This segment of the show goes to Classic Kia Carrollton. Jesse Hull, managing partner, Alan Glover, general manager. Let me tell you, their pre-owned lot, their certified pre-owned, is rocking the house. They've got plenty of Kias. Let's say you can't afford a new Kia. They got a Kia to back it up, certified pre-owned on the lot, from the K4 to K5 to the EV6, the top-selling one of them in the world, the EV9, the Sportage. Get you a Kia Soul. They're going away. If Kia Soul's on your radar, it's time to get one now. And obviously the Telluride and the Carnival are the big thing right now. And I got a buddy, I got a great phone call, and he called me because, you know what? I don't care if they call it Joe Bag of Donut on wheels. I love my Carnival. He goes, the name, he goes, when I saw it the first time I drove, I was like, man, can we just get Carnival taken off of it? But he said he don't care. He absolutely loves his Carnival. I was talking to Ty Gentman the other day, and he loves his Kia. And I got a whole bunch of friends that do, that have gone and picked up a Kia and going, wow, I don't remember it being this nice. And it wasn't. It wasn't until a few years back where Kia really turned the corner. And what a great product they're putting out. Plus a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Biggest and best in the business. The place, though, to get your next Kia or to test drive a Kia, discover Kia, spend time at Kia without the pressure, the hassle, the back and forth, ClassicKiaCarrollton.com. That's ClassicKiaCarrollton.com. Ask for my buddy Alan Glover or Jesse Hull and enjoy the classic way of doing business. Relax and enjoy the difference. ClassicKiaCarrollton.com. All right.
Any word?
Huh?
Any word? Did you get in touch with Jackie?
I sent her a message. She may be scuba diving.
Maybe she's still on her honeymoon.
Yeah. Text Jason, see if we can get him on around 10:17.
Okay.
214-787-1190 is the number.
You want him to call in?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got some my picks, and these are cars that I'm telling you, I go out and I drive them, and when you take a look at them and you look at what they used to look like, it's amazing how these manufacturers went, you know what? Instead of getting rid of a good product, let's just make this, give it some eye candy. Let's make the ride and drive, the standard features, everything better on it. These are vehicles that I would have never bought previously, and there's a few of them that I wouldn't have looked at previously because I didn't need anything of this size. Now, big is better. I like big things. Ask my wife. I like big things. Big
Well, it's
cars,
always bigger,
big trucks.
bigger in Texas anyway. So you
That's
got to
right.
know that.
one of the vehicles that really blew me away, because when you look at Subaru, everything's Subaru-ish. It's just Subaru-ish. I know exactly when that vehicle
that
goes
should be a
by.
new commercial. If you like Subaru, you'll be Subarucious.
Subaru-ish.
Oh, I like mine better.
And so when they come by, I can tell you that's Subaru. That's Subaru. Oh, there's another Subaru. One of the most loyal buyers and owners in the business, 7.4 years. And then they say 75% of those people go back to Subaru. Some places say the numbers are even higher. The new Subaru Ascent there's nothing Subaru-ish about it. I pulled up next to one the other day, and I'm looking at this thing going, wow.
So what is it?
It's an SUV. So
Is it a mid-size, large size?
It's one of those
sporty type of SUV?
It's kind of in between. I don't know. I would say bigger than. See, I hate this.
What is it saying?
They don't let you into well, I won't do it then. I'm not going to pull it up. If Subaru forces you to get cookies, I won't do it.
Gotcha.
But if you take and go to Subaru.com, any of the sites.
Let me see if I can find it on my phone.
You know, they have really, I'm trying to find it here, but it's not letting me pull up. What's the deal with all the cookies? How come every time you turn around, freaking everybody wants you to use cookies?
And then don't they sell that information?
Yeah, and they always said, never use cookies. And
yeah, they're asking me here too.
So you have the new Ascent, and it's bigger than, let's say, a 4Runner, but smaller than a Tahoe. It's
well, Tahoe's pretty big.
Yeah, I mean, if you just look at this thing, I'm going to pull it up here. Here's the Subaru Ascent Onyx Edition, the touring package.
Did you like it?
And it's a good looking rig. It is. I don't know why they won't let me pull it up. That's so weird. There we go.
That's the operator of the computer is what the problem is.
Well, look at that. That's a good looking rig.
Yeah, it's very nice.
So pull up the 2025 Subaru Ascent. Finally, between the front end and around the vehicle, it's not so Subaru-ish by any means. My next one, this one has gotten bigger, better looking. It's optioned out really, really well, under $25,000, and that's the Chevy Trax. And I've talked about this a bunch, but I saw one the other day. I was at the gas station. I said, that sure is a good-looking rig. And he goes, man, I appreciate it. And we get talking. He goes, what do you do for a living? And so I handed him my business card, and, we just get to chatting. He goes, I got to tell you what, this thing was $23,800, and it's got all the features in the world that you could want on a vehicle. And boy, have they upgraded that product to make it your bang for the buck. It just doesn't get any better. There's equal, but it doesn't get any better. Next is the Chevy Tahoe. One of the big things I liked about the Chevy Tahoe is Jason Long, the general sales manager at Eldorado Chevy in McKinney. When he opened up the back door, he just leaned over a little bit, went right to the back seat, sat down, and crossed his leg. And I went, that's impressive that they have made the third row with the captain's chair, the second row captain's, third row bench, really usable. They've really made it usable because the captain chairs can slide up and give you even more leg room back on that third row seat, because there's a lot of third row products out there that the third row is just for mini-me's. It's adults are going to get back to, but you got to turn sideways. It's difficult getting in and out. They have knocked it out of the park. So when you look at the Chevy Tahoe and you go captain's bench, what a nice rig. Next is the Ford at Grapevine Ford. Go over there now and look at that King Ranch Edition Expedition sitting on their showroom floor. I love every 100% about it. I'm not I would never go out and buy a black vehicle just for the cleaning part of it. We did recently buy my wife a black. I said, if you were to want a vehicle, she goes, I'd want it all blacked out. I couldn't believe it. She's never said that before. And so she got a blacked out Reserve Edition that has everything from the wheels, everything black on it. This Expedition King Ranch Edition sitting on the showroom floor, I completely changed my mind and would go black and own that vehicle. They have taken that Expedition and made it, right next door is Lincoln. So you have, you'd really have to go to the Navigator to compare it with the Expedition or vice versa. But Ford has really, really stepped it up on the trim and the fit and finish with their Expedition line. I get in that thing and it is big, it's roomy, it's comfortable, big console. You can put your big gulps in there, all the technology. They have really stepped it up. Go to Grapevine Ford, check out that King Ranch Expedition on their showroom floor. You will not be disappointed. And then next, this is a product when it first came out, and I first opened the door, I went, what goober put this thing together? Who did this? The seating and just the look of it was ugly. And now I got in a new one the other day and drove it with the upgraded interior and all the cool features. And that's the Toyota Crown. So they got rid of the Avalon, but it's more SUV-ish than car-ish on the Toyota Crown. And I was blown away
like
by
a
the interior.
hatchback?
It's if you look at
Because
we got
kind of a hatchback could be similar to. We still got a couple minutes, or at least a minute and a half.
Let's go with. Won't let me delete that?
1 minute to commercial.
There we go. 1 minute.
Okay. Let's go.
But it's called the Crown.
Yeah, we'll pull that up. Take a look at the Toyota Crown. So we've got the Subaru Ascent, Chevy Trax, the Chevy Tahoe, the Ford Expedition, and the Toyota Crown. I spent a lot of time going through all these products this week, and you ought to as well. 214-787-1190. Let's take a quick break. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Oh, Tears for Fears, baby. Right here. Most of the people on our social media sites can't hear the song. For some reason, it doesn't get out there. I love this song. Yeah, that's nice. It's kind of a hatchback.
Welcome to your life. There's no time.
I'm not sure why this doesn't go through good on this. Coming from the radio to the social media site for the music, but so Sherry has sent us some really good pictures of about them listening to us. She sent another one and said, you got to zoom in. Okay. That's the hanger he's getting there in Paradise. I can't remember. Look at that. Look at that.
How cool.
Look at that. She says coming through plenty loud too. And appreciate it.
Well,
And,
boy, that'll make you feel special.
I told them hold because we're on commercial break.
Yeah, thank you.
and
No problem.
this is Rick's first time to tune in. So we might have gained somebody.
Really?
Yeah. She's been watching us for a long time, but he's now tuned in for the first time. And Rick, the hanger looks fantastic. So excited. Can't wait to see it in person next time we come out.
Y'all need to invite me out there. I'd be more
Don't
fun
invite
than Bo.
him out.
I'd be more
Please.
fun than Bo.
Please, Sherry, Rick, please don't invite him out.
I'm a really good cook.
Yeah, he is that. Now they want to invite me and just invite you. He knows how to throw some grub down. I'll tell you that. No doubt about that. So, yeah, you might want to bring him out someday.
A massive downpour and
Yeah, we got a lot of rain going on there, but we needed it. Our pond was completely dry. I mean, I'm talking about it.
I wonder where the fish and everything come from when the rain comes back.
I don't know. It's really weird because they say if it doesn't go completely away, they bury down in the dirt.
Yeah, but how long did they do
They
that?
can't do it as long as that sucker's been dry. But then when it rains and fills back up, we get fish again. I don't know where they come from.
Heaven.
I guess it's in the rains. I know they say that some of the what are the big birds, not the cranes, but the blue gills or whatever they call them, they have the eggs in their beaks, and when they come and get water, it gets out, and that's how they filter into the pond.
I've always wondered. Inquiring minds want
Yeah,
to
it's
know.
interesting. Oh, look at this. That's what they catch there. There it is. I can't tell you
Oh,
where.
wait.
I can't tell you where it's at because they will get mad at me. But that's on their
That's a
property.
big fish.
Probably 9.5, I guess. Oh, 13. What? Look at that.
13-pounder.
Look at that. That's one big sucker.
Do you? I wonder if you need a fishing license if you're
I think
fishing on your own
yeah,
property.
you have to still have. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Sherry, but I believe you still have. I know you have to have a hunting license because I asked them about that last
Yeah,
week.
but if you have your own lake on your own property, do you need a fishing
I
license?
think you still have to have all the data. You have to have the license. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know we spoke about this last week that you have to have a hunting license because they get deer on their property.
Okay, Jackie says she's calling in soon, and I'm going to ask the question. I'm not going to let you twist and turn and discombobulate and come up with some crazy thing
So
just
you-
to favor your
you may
number.
take a break. Well, don't we have
Yeah.
Jason on first?
There's a lot of rain heading y'all's way for sure. We had lots of rain out here in West Texas. More coming in later. Yeah, we already got it, Charlie. It's a good thing. The
It's big soaking. It's been raining all morning and sometimes really, really hard.
it's all
She says
good
you don't need a fishing license. Okay.
on your own property.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but they
I-
need a hunting license. Kill the deer.
Yeah, I was watching a game warden show or whatever, and that guy killed that deer on his own property. He was gutting, and they pulled up. Man, he got in trouble.
Well, my dear friend Rick's got a story about getting an alligator.
214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. Let's go right to the Automotive Edge hotline. Joining us, Jason Long, General Salesman Manager, Eldorado Chevrolet. Well, he's wearing a bunch of hats. We're going to be talking about Eldorado Chevrolet right now. Good morning. How are you, buddy?
Good morning. I'm wearing my rain hat today, though.
Did you make it?
Yeah. Yep.
Hey, let's talk real quick. When 9-time Chevy Dealer of the Year, there's a reason why. We'll get that into in a minute, but let's get some of your specials. I got a text message already this morning going, what's the catch on the $15,000 off on the Chevy Silverados? And I know the answer, but I want them to hear it straight from the boss's mouth. What's going on out at Eldorado Chevrolet today?
Well, yeah, on the $15,000 off of 2025 Crew Cab Silverado pickups, there is no catch. Just a matter of coming down and finding the one that fits you the best. We still have a great selection of those right now, of 2025 models. But, the 2026s are on their way, so it's definitely time to pick while the selection's still good. And we're trying to make room for those new models that are coming through. But no gimmicks, nothing crazy. Just come on down, find the one you like. And if the Silverado's not for you, don't forget we have the midsize Colorado, one of my favorite vehicles, $6,000 off of that vehicle. And Traverses are on the ground looking for an RS, a High Country, Z71, all the beautiful types of Traverses right now. We're running specials on those. 2026 Equinoxes are here.
Yep.
What a beautiful car. One of our higher volume pieces right now. And we're taking $5,000 off MSRP of the Equinoxes. So, man, I've got rates starting at 0% up to 60 months. There's not a better time to buy right now. We're seeing that the pre-owned market is still holding strong. But I highly suspect that here in the next couple of months, we might start to see those values start to dip. So come cash out while you can now.
I totally redesigned 2026 Chevy Equinox. Boy, did they knock that thing out of the park. Whoever the design team was on that vehicle, from the front end of that vehicle, the way they cut in their lights, to the design behind the second row window, they really, really put this in a luxury design category, no doubt about it. And I'm not saying that because you're on the phone, but when I saw this new design and what they did with the Equinox, I'm going, good gobbledygoo. You back up 2-3 years ago, and it was just your average designed SUV. Now they've taken this thing to a whole new level.
Oh, absolutely. You know, that's the one thing I really like that Chevrolet's done lately is, you know, they'll take their entry level models and they keep them pack loaded full of options. I mean, I love the fact that you can get a power lift gate in an entry level Traverse.
Right.
Whereas before, you know, you couldn't get that. And then with the Equinox now, backup camera, a lot of the safety features that they have, a lot of the same great styling, and awesome fuel economy. And you're still talking 30 miles per gallon in a mid-size SUV that, man, what a beautiful car. But, you know, and we still even have tracks. So if you're looking for something that's maybe not necessarily first time buyer, but just a smaller style SUV, the track starting under $22,000 is definitely the way to go.
Yeah, I was telling everybody earlier in the show is that I had a gentleman and I was at Racetrack and we started talking. He had a new 1-year-old Chevy Trax, and we just got to talking. He goes, yeah, you know what, years ago I wouldn't have bought one. He goes, but what you're getting for the dollar, the size, the look, the features, there's nothing out there that I really could compare that with. And he paid like $23,500 for the vehicle. And he goes, what else can you get for $23,500? It would have been a great commercial if I'd have been videotaping. But and then let's get back real quick. This 2026 Chevy Equinox, GM wants this product out. You got 1.9% financing with GM Financial and no payments for 90 days.
That's correct. Absolutely correct. Yeah, I mean, again, I know it sounds weird, but the rates aren't that high right now. You can get really good rates right now, despite what's going on out there. You can get great deals, great discounts. And like I said, used car values are still holding high. So with that Equinox, I mean, getting $5,000 off, get 1.9, get all the money for your trade-in. You know, we're seeing people that are able to lower their payments lately. It's been a pretty common trend right now, and definitely with the Equinox.
And that's a 2026. That's not the 2025. I mean, the 2026 model.
Correct.
GM wants this thing front and center, and boy, have they knocked it out of the park. Now let's talk about every time I go up there, Justin keeps going, you're not going to believe how many electric vehicles we're selling. You guys are on fire. As I'm going around town and I'm meeting with a lot of the general sales managers or GMs or even with some of the salespeople, nobody's hoorah on it, but you guys are turning some inventory. What do you think the factor is on that, Jason, with your electric GM products?
I guarantee you one of the largest factors right now is, as we've all heard, is that by September 30th, a lot of the federal incentives are going to go away. That's one part of it. But I think the other part of it is the affordability of it, especially with some of the leases that they have. You know, they're running a really good 2-year lease on those vehicles that allow you to try it before you buy it, which is what I suggest everybody do. Don't buy an electric car, lease it. Try it before you buy it. See if it really fits your lifestyle and how you want to drive back and forth to work, your commute, all those different things. Make sure it fits in there. And then if you decide EV is definitely the car for you, then buy one. But I think with the availability of getting a very, very, very good lease, I mean, you're talking a one-pay lease around $7,000. That's a car you can drive for 2 years, make one payment of $7,000, and that's it. After 2 years is up, bring it back. And it kind of guarantees you for the future too, because we all know what leases do besides just allow you to get to a low payment, is it also allows you to protect yourself from future values. And, you know, EV is kind of a weird territory still, as it's not, you know, the largest segment that we have, but, you know, that protects you. It keeps you from making bad decisions. And, you know, that's one part of it, but cost of ownership, if you think about it, you're not getting oil changes done. The only thing you really need to do is tire rotations, and that's it. So cost of ownership's low on the vehicle, and then just simply cost of driving is low. Again, you're plugging it in. It's, you know, it's probably about equivalent to heating a pool when it comes to owning an EV. So,
well, let's talk also. The
Yeah.
economy is getting better. The building in the great state of Texas is booming. Every time you turn around, there's new commercial buildings going up, new residential buildings going up. service companies, whether it's plumbing, electrical, whatever the case may be, you now have opened up a new facility. You've got the Chevy store, your pre-owned, your Mazda, and now you have one that'll take care of just about every commercial need these companies will have when it comes to trucks and boxes and flatbeds. Talk a little bit about it.
Yeah, Eldorado Commercial Sales, we have over 109 commercial vehicles down there. We're talking everything from 4,500s, 5,500s to 3/4 ton flatbeds. We've got dump bodies. We've got box trucks. We've got cab forwards. We have all types. There's so many great vehicles to choose from that'll fit your business and what you do. Tax time's coming up, or the end of the season's coming up. Maybe time to get some more of those tax write-offs. But we've got some great vehicles down there. And if we don't have exactly what you want, we do have cabin chassis. We can custom build to meet your company's needs. But yes, over 109 commercial vehicles down there right now.
Yeah, you pull up and you go, well, you don't really have what I'm looking for. Sit down with one of the specialists and build a design and let them go to work to make sure that you have exactly what you need, because it's a great time for these companies to start expanding. And why keep pouring money into that old unit and putting Band-Aids and everything on it when you've got great pricing and incentives and a design, almost a one-size-fits-all setup for we can make it work for your company on your commercial lot.
And again, you don't have to come here. If you want us to bring some product out to you, that goes for even my not my commercial, leave my regular customers. But if you want us to bring product out to you, if you want us to show you the vehicle, if you don't necessarily have time, you got a very busy schedule, we come to your door. We can show you everything that we have to offer, whether you're buying a commercial vehicle or even your own personal vehicle. So there's a lot to offer.
It's the last day of the month. Don't miss out. You guys are going to be open on Labor Day, correct?
1 minute.
Oh,
commercial.
absolutely. You know it.
Yeah, they're going to be selling. Don't miss out on the $15,000 off on Silverados. All the great pricing. No payments for 90 days on select models. 1.9 on 2026 Equinox. They got it all. Find out whether 9-time Chevy Dealer of the Year. Meet Jason Long personally. Eldorado Chevrolet, 380 and 75 in McKinney, or EldoradoChevy.com. I'll see you tomorrow, brother. Have a big day.
You bet.
Take care, Jason.
You bet. 214-787-1190. Quick break. We'll be right back.
Yeah, when you're, 9 foot tall. Thanks, everybody, for being a part of our broadcast today. We are here every Saturday morning, so like and share. And if you wouldn't mind letting people know on your particular timeline here on our social media sites. First of all, we're on, I know you're tuned in. You could be tuned on YouTube, but on Facebook, it's the Automotive Edge radio show. And if you're tuned in, there's a little white arrow at the top left-hand corner. If you hit that little button, it'll take you out, and then you'll still see us. But then underneath there, you'll have, where you can like, make a comment, share. If you'll hit that share button, and then it'll ask you again to share. Or you can make a comment before you share. It's got a little blue square there, or rectangular, I guess is the right pronunciation of that. Hit that, and it'll go to everybody that you're associated with on your Facebook page. And that way they can see us and know about us, and we're here to help. Try to help people with all their automotive needs, whether buying, selling, leasing, parts, service, tires, wheels, where to get their windows tinted, all these kind of things that people always have a problem finding out where to go, who to see. And that's what we're here for. And to help you with, knowing before you go the things you need to do, or the value of your vehicle that you're trading, interest rates that are out there, the cost of a new vehicle that you're trying to get, or even if you're looking for a pre-owned vehicle, where to go. And all you got to do is go to theautomotiveedge.com. That's theautomotiveedge.com. You have to have the in there, theautomotiveedge.com. And then I always click on Ask Kurt, but it's contact Kurt somewhere in there. And just leave your name and number. maybe if a little brief question, if you say I'm looking for a pre-owned vehicle or a new vehicle or type of vehicle you're looking for, could you help me out or let me know what my pre-owned vehicle's worth that I'm driving? All these things, that's what we're here for. So by sharing the broadcast allows people to know that they can call us, and this doesn't matter from anywhere. I mean, we've helped people from all across the country. And we got listeners from all over across the country. And when they have a question, they can call us from anywhere in the country and we can help them out. So that's what we're here for. No cost. That's the number one thing you need to let people know. Well, why much it charge for us to get help from that? There is no charge, period. To Kurt, it's just a handshake, hug, or prayer. Sometimes he might get the finger salute, but most of the time it's a handshake, hug, or prayer. And for me, good apple pie would work for me. And you too on occasions.
Well, yeah, my apple pie person gone.
Well,
really sad.
You want me to make you one?
No.
I'll do it the easy way. But thanks for everybody for being a part. And we're here every Saturday morning to noon, live on the Automotive Edge Radio Show. And boy, are we getting some downpour.
Right.
I was a little concerned about that little flash of lightning. We didn't want to get booted off the broadcast. What are we doing now? We're still waiting. Come back on.
Yeah, we have Jackie.
Jackie. I don't know if you guys heard me. We have Jackie on the line, but we got about 20 seconds left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. We'll get her on.
Settle this score real quick.
Yeah, whatever. She's going to side with you because you've known her longer.
Oh, there's your way out.
I know.
Well, I've seen it happen to me. I mean, really. You go like, okay, yeah, I get this credit card, got approved, and boom, 5 points down. Time to jam.
Let's go. Come on. It's burning inside. Let out.
Yeah. That's a groove right there.
It's okay. There's no bad way to dance. 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. If it's a Buick or a GMC, go no further than Classic Arlington right there at Collins and 20. I was, in fact, Jermaine Pearson, the general sales manager, last week said I was the rabbit's foot.
Yeah, he did say that.
So I looked at this black truck. It's sold. I looked at a red truck. It's sold. I looked at the one I wanted to buy, the Denali Luxury. Opened the door. Bo and I both flipped out over this truck.
Called Ultimate Limited or something like that?
Yeah, Ultimate Denali.
Yeah.
And I've never seen an interior like this. And guess what? Sold.
Yeah, you wanted to buy it.
And so he goes, hey, I have another blue one like this with kind of a brownish reddish interior. Sold. And he goes, man, you're our rabbit's foot today. $13,750 in savings on a brand new 2025 GMC Sierra 1500 SLT. $13,750. You don't think they're trying to move inventory? The Invista, the Buick Invista, I'm telling you, for the money, go take a look and drive that vehicle. I'm telling you, if that vehicle would have been around with that price point, there's several family members. I said, go and look at that. And I still tell them now, hey, if this comes back up and you're looking for that small SUV, what a vehicle to test drive. I mean, it is a small luxury product around $25,000. Can't beat it. Jermaine Pearson and his folks over there at Classic Buick GMC, they got it going on from the GMC Terrain to the 2500s. I'm telling you what, their trucks, that front end of that truck, I love it. They've got a full lineup. You want big electric? They got the Hummer sitting on the showroom floor. Great lease program. Still got your $7,500. And relax and enjoy the difference every time that you go right there to Collins and 20 to Classic Buick GMC. Go to classicarlington.com. That's classicarlington.com. Meet Jermaine Pearson and enjoy the GMC Buick experience. That's classicarlington.com. Well, let's go to the phone lines and bring on my dear friend for many, many years, the great Jacqueline Shapiro. How are you today?
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
Gentlemen, boy, we've stepped up a little bit. haven't
Well,
we?
Bo said we're not going to get her on the phone because she's deep sea diving somewhere.
Yeah. Scuba diving.
If only. If only.
Okay, Jackie, you get to settle the score here today. Now, I'm going to ask a question because I know Bo's going to interrupt, and he's going to want to twist it and turn it and bend it to where you're on his side. But you have been on the credit side of things for most of your life. You and I met many, many years ago when Jay and you met, and he was my boss for a while. And then we became dear friends. And then you and I got in a competition together, and I felt so bad because I beat you so bad. But you still remained my friend, even with the big victory. And we've become very dear friends, just love her to death. And every time we've had somebody, including myself, I had a problem with my credit, and Jackie cleared it up in 24 hours. She is the BOMB bomb when it comes to credit. So here's the question, Jackie. There was a statement saying that if you apply for credit on a credit card, that it just dumps your credit score. Would that be true or false?
No, that would be false. So anytime that you have an inquiry, you're talking, people think inquiries dump their scores too, but that's not necessarily true either. So you're talking 2 to 3 points for the inquiry. And you're saying specifically for credit card, Kurt?
Yes.
Okay, so if it was a credit card and you got a brand new credit card, if it was your first credit card, it actually would immediately increase your scores. However, if you already have multiple credit cards, it maybe drops your score a little bit, but it would never tank your credit score unless you just got a brand new later collection.
Okay, so
I didn't say tank. I didn't say tank.
I've seen bad things happen.
Well, I'm just clearing this up here. When I said that I don't understand why I applied for a credit card, got approved, but then it hit my credit, dropped it a couple points. I didn't say tank. And then he jumped all over me. I never do that. I never do that. So
you said dropped it by a lot. Play the tape.
No, I didn't say a lot. I said it dropped about 2 or 3 points.
Okay, so Jackie, you and I are out shopping for a car. We go into a dealership. They run our credit, and then we go to another dealership and another dealership. Is that devastating my credit?
It is not. Shopping for a vehicle, a home loan, or a student loan are the 3 exceptions. So you could go in. Yeah, so these 3 are exceptions. They're called rate shopping events, which means you could go shop with Justin over at Chevy and he could pull your credit, and then you could go shop at 10 other dealerships. As long as those inquiries are marked as automotive, they compress or condense, they collapse in on each other and count as one.
Now, does it have to be?
Again,
does that have to be a particular like a manufacturer, or is that they could go to Chevy and then go to Dodge and go to Ford, and that compresses still in an automotive inquiry?
Correct. That's right. So it doesn't matter who the dealership is or who the company is. In fact, you could go to one of your banks, and as long as they classify that inquiry as automotive or for an auto loan, that would still fall into that rate shopping event where all of them collapse into one single inquiry as far as the points are concerned. All of the inquiries are going to be on the credit report, but as far as the score is concerned, it's only the 2 to 3 points.
And it doesn't matter if they go to multiple banks at each one?
As long as the inquiry is marked as for an automotive loan.
How do
That's
how do
important.
we know that?
Well, that's the way when the finance director sends it over to these banks, it's all marked automotive.
Okay. Well, that's fantastic. I didn't really know that, but that's good.
So, Jackie,
Good.
can you give us any insight? I know that they said no more reporting medical on the bureaus. For people that already have that on their bureaus, when they say there is no reporting for medical on the bureaus anymore, would that go back and adjust scores, or does that have anything to do with it?
So that's a complex question. One, I'm going to try to articulate this concisely. So the lower dollar medical bills, no, they will not show up on your credit report. Anything over $2,000 probably is still going to show up. However, in the background of things, if you've got large medical bills out there, I advise sincere caution. And here's why. The lawyers that are out there have created a new business, which are called court-appointed receivers. So if that medical company, hospital, whoever it is, gets a judgment against you for that dollar amount, and they get a court-appointed receiver on it, that receiver can find your money, freeze your bank accounts, and levy everything you have, and you won't know it's even happening until you try to use your debit card and it doesn't work. And by that time, especially here in Texas, those receivers will take the total amount of the bill, they'll add another 25% for their fee because it's considered reasonable, and you will owe every bit of it, and there is nothing you can do unless you're on a protected type of income, which is rare.
Don't they have to actually go to the court and file for that to be able to even do that, to where you have a chance to go in front of the judge to defend your case? Because I don't see how they can actually just do that without some sort of your ability to stand
Some
before
type of notification.
Yes, exactly. Because I know that in small claims, when I used to work for Judge Judy, I know that you know that, and they can't just. They have to file in the courts if you're,
Well, hang on. Before we go any further,
Okay,
hey,
right.
Jackie, can you hold on with us?
Sure.
Okay, let's go to break real quick. We're running a little bit over. 214-787-1190. Quick break. Don't go away. We have Jacqueline Shapiro with us. We'll be right back.
If you want, Jackie could still talk to us.
Yep.
We're on break on radio, Jackie. But
So, Jackie, is that a certain amount of money that they do
not.
that? Can you hear me, Jackie?
No, we have to come back on the air.
Yeah,
We're not on.
They got her locked on live.
Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, that's a little strange to me, because I know that even in working for Judge Judy, that
there has to be some legalities.
They
Notification.
They have to file in the lawsuit if even on a credit card or any kind of lien that you have defaulted, and then they set trial dates to where you can go before the judge and defend it, just like if they were trying to kick you out of your home. And if it's under $20,000, they can do it in small claims. If it's over 20, they've got to go to the district court, but they still have to do that. And that's now I know this for a fact, that if you don't go and you've lost the ruling and they've handed over to whoever's filing the suit, whatever lending institution or the lawyer that represents that, then they can do what she's saying, to where they can then go after, pursue that. Right. Yeah. And that's what I know about the courts.
That's wild.
But that's why it's important, if you do have a lawsuit, especially if it's some sort of bill or a credit card, you don't ignore it. I'm not saying you're going to win, but a lot of times I know I learned, and we might need to get clarified with one of the judges that we know. But if you go, there's a lot of times that they'll take it to what they call the third party, where it's not, it's Capital One, and then you defaulted on that credit card. Then they send it to a third party. What do they call those guys?
Collection agency.
Collection agency. You don't really owe the collection agency money.
Right.
You owe the credit card money. And
well, here again, though, they could be buying those loans.
Well, they
for a
do
penny
buy-
on the dollar.
They do buy
and
them.
then it becomes their receivership.
But then that's the thing you need to know is what they bought it for, because they'll be trying to sue you for what you might have had on the credit card, but they didn't.
Yeah,
buy
but
it for
everybody
that.
will settle. They'll all
They
settle.
will settle because they bought it for pennies on the dollar.
Right.
And the judge will look at that and understand that. And so there's a lot of options there for you. So ignoring things is never a good thing.
No.
Never, no matter what it is. So I'm anxious to sit back and see how they're operating in that category for the medical. But they always try to find ways to get you, don't they?
Yeah.
It's one way or the other. But
yeah, they called me a while back and said, "Hey, you owe this money," and I called
On a
the
medical?
hospital,
On a
and the
medical.
hospital goes, "Sir, your balance is zero."
right, yeah.
I said, "Could you send that over?" So I went to radiology and I said, "Do I have a balance?" I said, "Sir, that's
1
zero."
minute, so we're back.
I sent it over to him. I said, "Look, here's the hospital, and I got 0-0." Well, no, there was this specialist that showed up,
Yeah.
and nope.
Specialist.
And they're privately contracted. I went, "No, I'm out." If he decided to come see me and he wasn't part of the medical staff, that's on him. Tell him to eat a bucket and holler at the moon. And so I called over to that doctor's office. I said, "So you just show up and walk in and charge money?" He goes, "Yeah, pretty much."
And you don't even know if he even walked in.
I'm like, "You're out. I'm not playing that."
They just came out, called up and said, "Hey, add that to the deal, and I'll kick back a little money to you." Listen, we weren't born
All
yesterday.
right, 15 seconds till we're back.
We were born at night, but it wasn't last night.
It's pretty tough stuff.
Yeah, but that stuff happens.
Oh, all the time.
I mean,
I didn't know that a lot of the doctors in emergency rooms are contracted.
Yes, I know.
So they could be on call and you show up, and I guess if they don't walk in the door, it don't matter.
Right, exactly. It's part of the procedures, even though whether they use the procedure or not. Nice little rhythm guitar there.
I'm your baby. That's what I'm into.
I'm your
It's
boogie
never
man.
too soon.
Yeah.
214-787-1190. Joining us, Jackie Shapiro. And I can't thank you enough for taking time because there's so much stuff out there. Now, what you were just talking about, is there a dollar amount? Is it under 1,000, over 1,000, or do they just get the debt from the lenders and just go right to the courts to procure getting that money?
So the crux here is that, and to your point, so yes, obviously there has to be notice. If you're going to fight something like this, number one, the time to do it is when they're in the process of getting a judgment. So if you get legal papers that say, "Hey, you're being sued," that's the time to fight.
Right.
Because then you could negotiate it and get out of it. Now, if they get the judgment and it goes to receiver, the receiver is mandated that they have to send you your rights, but they're also going to send about 10 pages of really scary looking stuff. List all your assets, list all of your everything, right? And so if you don't respond to any of that, then that's when they just go in and they just levy
Right.
everything.
Right.
The only things that are exempt are like Veterans Administration benefits or Social Security, child support. I mean, there are some exceptions that won't be lumped in there, but for the most part, anything that's not an exempt piece of property, they can snag it.
Well, there you go. Well, that's with anything though, Jackie. That's not necessarily medical. I mean, that's done with any kind of any loans or anything like that they can actually do that in that category as well. So it's out there for sure. And that's what we were saying on the break is we were trying to tell people that was listening on social media sites that don't ignore things. That's the biggest problem. I mean, you probably run into yourself, isn't it?
Well, the other thing, too, is you could be sending money to scammers.
True.
That you don't have any problems with in fear of. They just showed that one lady, somebody in the store called the police, and she was actually sending bit currency over, and the cop goes, ma'am, stop. No, I'm in a dangerous situation. He got on the phone. It was a scammer, and she was fixing to send him like $25,000, $30,000 in Bitcoin money that's not traceable. And so you have to do your due diligence, Jackie, and make sure that what they're telling you is legit versus just sending people money.
Absolutely.
You know,
And if it is legit, you could request that they send you those documents, and they'll be more than happy to send them to you.
Right.
And you'll see that they're court stamped.
So let me ask you a question. Is HIPAA off the table when something goes to collection?
Most of the time, yes, because a lot of the collectors are doing what they call an associated business agreement or an ABA, which gives them full rights to be able to see, those amounts. Now, they may continue to have some protected information that they don't transmit, but yeah, they would still have the ability to see it and send bills and things to you. Yes.
Well, Jackie, you made my day because, as usual, I am right again.
He didn't.
And Bo is
present it
hating
right.
life right now
Right.
because he's not going to admit being wrong.
It's 50-50. She did
It's
say
not,
that Wood
Jackie.
hits your credit 2 or 3 points. She said that. So we both win. It's tie. It's like kissing your sister.
The other thing, though, is that your score, and just give it about 90 days, you'll get those points back.
Okay.
It won't stay that way very long.
And congratulations on I understand you just got married.
Oh,
you're getting married. Oh, that's even a bigger congratulations.
Yeah, I saw when Jackie announced that there were some guys standing on a bridge trestle ready to jump off.
It's because
they're going, wait a minute, I'm eligible, and she hadn't given me a chance. And they were calling people down off buildings and bridges when she announced she was engaged. But I get it.
I get it too. I can only imagine they were probably doing that long before that. So,
Jackie, thanks so much for taking your Saturday. You're the best. We love you, and let's meet the new man in your life and have some sushi soon.
Sounds like a plan, my friend.
All right, take care. We'll talk to you soon. The great Jacqueline Shapiro. Thanks again, girl.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. You bring someone on, you're not going to get a person more educated and willing to educate you than
and to help
Jackie does. Because I'm telling you, there was some stuff on my bureau that was not mine. I went into her office, and man, she went into full Jackie mode, and that next day it was off my bureau. Now, I'm not saying everybody call Jackie, she's going to take stuff off your bureau, but it was amazing to watch her in action and asking, why is this on here? What do you have? What do you have? What do you have? And finally it went to the top, and the lady goes, I don't have anything. Well, it needs to come off immediately. He's closing on a piece of property. And I'm telling you what, the thing about it is, when you're in the right and you do it the right way, all they got to do is go in there and turn on the computer and type it out. That's it. Everybody thinks this is rocket science, but having the right people in your corner, and if you have to make it a legal issue, you make it a legal issue. But there is somebody in that company. Just think how fast it took to type it on your bureau.
30 seconds.
Guess what? They can delete it just as quick. But you got to have the right people and right processes. 214-787-1190 is the number. Top of the hour. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
All right. Let's see what I got here.
Man, I made something the other day you might want to take home with you.
You got something?
I made it yesterday.
What is it?
Jelly chili meatballs.
Can I have some? Graham's at the house too, so you got enough for him. You have to go make some more before I leave for him.
I took some chili sauce and some jelly, which I've made before. Made my own meatballs.
That sounds great.
Buddy, you warm these things up. My pastor took a bag of them home.
Can I have a bag?
Yeah.
You got that many? Do you make that many?
I made a bunch.
Well, that's cool. Yes, I won't let you forget either when I leave.
How long is he home?
He'll be here till Monday.
So I guess school's closed on Monday?
Yeah, but he doesn't have class on Monday anyway.
Nice.
Yeah, he's doing Tuesdays and Thursdays.
So how long is his hair? He got a haircut yet?
No, he's can't afford one. He's going to college, man.
Does he ever wear in a ponytail?
No, I
That's
haven't
good.
seen him do that.
He
No.
pulls it out of his face a lot, though.
Oh yeah,
So I hear he's single now. No more girlfriend.
it's been a while, but he's happier. He said Daddy just took too much of his time to have a girlfriend and
Yeah.
money, because you always feel like you got to buy him everything, this and that, and took a lot of his time too for studies. And
Just think if we had the money back we spent on our girlfriends.
I would like to have the money back I've spent on my ex-wives. Let's start there. Forget the girlfriends. Boy, yeah. Yeah, I would figure that my
You didn't concern yourself with women's lib. You just paid.
my financial statements, my financial security would be a lot healthier if I didn't go through those. Big time. But, thank God I'm married to a young nurse. So, I landed that right.
Yeah.
So, should be able to change my diaper still when I'm
She's
old.
my best friend.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
There's a fight. Where's Barbara Ann?
She's the number one pick for any sport, whether she knows how to play it or not.
Oh, she is. But it has a heart of gold.
Oh, definitely, no doubt. Yeah.
I need to see her. I need a B12 shot.
I know we talked about that, and she has got one. It's just it doesn't have all the other extra vitamins in it, but it's the big 12 loaded. So I'll try to see if we can get together with you sometime.
Yeah.
Get it done.
She's like a drill sergeant. Drop them. Yes, ma'am. But I'm going to tell you what. She helped me out of a car when I got to her medical facility. Her and Melinda had to drag me in. That wasn't easy. And boy, she hooked me up and gave me one of those banana bags and brought me back to life. And I called her up and she's like, get over here now. Boy, she had that chair set up and she put in that liver cleanser in there, the whole 9 yards. And I'm going to tell you what, I left there and I actually, if you'd have shot me, I'd have felt better. I was in bad shape and it brought me back like no tomorrow.
Yeah, she's trying to get that clinic she worked with now to start handling that, but they're under sort of an umbrella of the group that they're in, and they don't have that. And I think he's trying to break loose from that organization.
Because these drip bars are killing it.
Yeah, I know.
Boy, you go to some of these places, them drip bars are full.
Mm-hmm.
There's one here in Keller. I went by the other day, and I think every chair in there was taken.
Yeah. Well, they work. I mean, that's the one thing. If anybody's never had one and you get one, it'll change you for.
Oh, yeah.
It'll change you.
No doubt about it.
Fix you up really good and put you on the, right steps in a positive way. And I'm a believer in all that. You know that. I had those things when I was going through my chemotherapy, and between that and CBD, telling you, it helped 1,000%. And
I was talking to a buddy of mine's best friend who's a doctor, and we're talking about CBD, and he works with cancer patients. He said, one of the greatest products out there, I just can't endorse it. I'm like, what a sad day. He said, I will tell you this. I took CBD for 2 years and it completely changed my life. He goes, but as a doctor, I don't endorse it. I'm like, isn't that unbelievable that it's not a prescription product?
So who's putting the quietus on them? Is that
buddy, come on, you know who it is.
Yeah, it's pharmacy, big pharma.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Well,
just like Trump, what did he tell you? He said, if I had come out with a cure for cancer right now, the Democrats had held me and somebody would hate me and someone try to kill me.
Yeah, they would. There's no doubt about it.
But
I just,
think about it. What happened last week, 2 weeks ago on the news that shocked everybody?
I'm trying to think.
The CDC and
they announced that ivermectin. I remember now.
Go ahead and take it.
Yeah,
great
now
stuff.
it's great stuff, and it'll cure all these things. It'll even cure cancer, let alone curing COVID.
Moly.
And what did the government do when they wouldn't let you buy it?
Oh, they were taking license and suspending them and raiding doctor's office and going after Joe Rogan. And Ivermectin, man, that's a parasite for animals. Oh, really? Now all of a sudden,
And that you have parasites in your body, whether you know it or not. You get it from all kinds of places, and that's what brings on the illnesses. That's what brings on cancer. And this ivermectin is the thing that is the big deal. And now, hey, it's great.
they had that one foreign doctor, and he showed all the test results, and his family members, 2 of them had cancer.
Mm-hmm.
They get this. They did a 7-day water cleanse and started taking ivermectin and that other product.
Bendendensol or whatever.
Yeah, whatever it was called.
Yeah.
And then their 30-day review, the cancer just started going away.
Mm-hmm.
They did another 7-day water cleanse with the ivermectin and something else. And I'm reading this thing going, man, this is either the biggest bunch of BS or there's some people hating this guy's guts for what this doctor is doing. And so over a period of a year, and I'm not endorsing doing this, I'm just telling you something I read. I was shocked that they were completely clear.
Well, I saw one where it was given
back.
like 6 months to live or whatever, and got on all this stuff that you're talking about, and he said don't even have it anymore. After about a year, I think, after he did it, it's just
the one doctor says, you know what they had ready for me 5 years ago? He goes, my coffin.
Yeah.
They'd already gone down and bought his plates, his coffin, and everything. He started on, before everybody, the virus and everything, about ivermectin in this cocktail that he was taking, 100% gone. But I don't understand that.
But that's the government control because it's all based on money.
Wow.
Their pocketbooks, not yours.
214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. 214-787-1190. Phone lines are open. Let me tell you a great place to go, and that's 121 in the tollway on the north side of the tollway to the Crest line of dealerships. You have Crest Cadillac, that new Crest Cadillac, the Cadillac IQ. Wow, you talking about technology. I got into that thing, and it is technology on steroids. I was just overwhelmed going, how did people figure and design to do this in a vehicle? And you know what? It rides like a Cadillac. XT5, XT4, XT6, still gas-powered vehicles or full lineup of electrification. They have a couple of sedans on the showroom floor. That blue one I would love to have in my driveway, my garage. And enjoy the Crest Live. Go to CrestCadillacTX.com. That's CrestCadillacTX.com. Check out the full lineup. And I'm telling you what, a delivery process. I know there's a commercial out there that talks about one company I only buy from. I'm telling you what, you haven't experienced Crest. I'm telling you, their delivery process after they say congratulations is second to none. Right next door, you have Crest Infinity. That new QX80 has got to be one of the most luxurious land yachts around. I mean, you want to travel with family, enjoy riding in comfort and style with all the great amenities, check out the new QX80. And they have one of the largest selections of certified pre-owned Infinities as well. Then right next to them is one of the most unique car lines out there, and that's Crest Volvo. You go to CrestVolvoCars.com. That's CrestVolvoCars.com and check out their full lineup. That XC60, XC90, people are falling in love. And we always had that stereotype, it was soccer mom from Highland Park. I always heard that. I don't know why. Because I drove through Highland Park. I didn't see a lot of Volvos. Mm-hmm. But I'm seeing a lot of them on the road now, and what a loyal base it is, one of the safest all-time built cars. And when you drive the new Volvo, it doesn't drive like anything else. You're not going to get in that car and drive and go, wow, that reminds me of. It's its own entity, which makes it even cooler. The place, CrestVolvoCars.com, CrestInfinity.com, and CrestCadillacTX.com, right there at 121 in the tollway. Mike Brosen, managing partner of all three dealerships, and his staff, they got it going on. Plus, there's some bonuses here. They got a putting green, they got a dog park, and they have a chef there that will just blow your socks off.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to tell you, he brought us a little egg souffle when we were out there a few weeks ago. I don't know what that sauce was on top. I don't care. I would eat that with a shirt.
Yeah, that was
I'm
awesome.
telling you. So you have an executive chef cooking for you. Bring your putter and get your putting down a little bit. Bring the dogs while your car is being serviced, but enjoy the experience at Crest Cadillac, Crest Infinity, and Crest Volvo. Online all the time, CrestCadillacTX.com, Crest Infinity, and CrestVolvoCars.com. All fully endorsed by the Automotive Ed Radio Show. All right, let's keep rolling. You know what? I got a question for you. How many cars annually do you think are stolen each year in the United States?
Okay. Wow. Man.
Just a rough guess. 250,000, 500,000.
Man, I'm gonna say at least 500,000.
810,000
Almost a
on
million.
average. Get this.
Wow.
2,219 cars a day are getting stolen.
Wow. That's crazy.
2,219.
Well, we have a lot of people in these cities, so it's easy to get stolen.
I'm going, my gosh. You know, they caught those guys breaking into those cars and wound up, and they went to the warehouse or wherever these were and staked it out. And they showed, I guess after they got busted, everybody was going to these warehouses trying to get the cars out. Man, they found millions of dollars in cars, high-end cars.
Oh, yeah.
And they were busting as they were going there and opening up each one of the buildings. Next thing you know, I guess they got a quarter where they started popping locks. And I mean, it was just like car.
Well,
car
let me ask you a question. If you're going to be a car thief, which end of the cars you're going to be stealing? You're going to be stealing the expensive ones, or you're going to get?
Well, if you remember, the Hyundais are finding ways to start them through the headlights.
I know. And then some people that they were
lifting them, and the insurance went through the roof.
Yeah.
People were going out and buying Hyundais and Kias and going, "Wait a minute, I had no idea the insurance was going to be this high." But I was blown away by last year little over 810,000 cars
a year.
And I got to tell you what,
Right,
I remember
a year.
a year. When I was at a nightclub and I went out, my Thunderbird was gone. I was like, there's not a worse feeling. And I went, wait a minute, I hadn't been drinking. And I'm telling you, when I used to go out, when I used to go in on a fake ID, I drank orange juice.
Yeah. Look like
And
a
you know what?
screwdriver.
That's what I remember. This one bartender, I said, I'll take a screwdriver without the vodka. He goes, what? So you want orange juice?
Don't say it that way.
I was like, yeah, you don't have to say it in front of everybody. So, you know, he's just give me a couple of bucks, you know.
Right.
The ice would dissolve before I would even finish it. But anyway, I walked out, my Thunderbird's gone. And lo and behold, they caught the guys down the road speeding, pulled them over, and they admitted this is not my car.
Well, they probably
And,
couldn't show proof of it anyway.
Yeah, so I called the police department. They said, lo and behold, I got to go down Harry Hines and pick up that car close to what is now the medical district.
Right.
And I said, hey, I work for this company, and, you know, that's my company car. And, you know, they handed me the keys to it. Boy, oh, boy. And it's like, you know, 2:30 in the morning. Unbelievable.
Well,
and guess what they call me on? My pager.
Oh, the pager back.
And I look down, I see the number, and I call, yes. Yeah, I had to go find a payphone. Sir, we have your car down here at Harry Hines and Whitecliff, wherever it was.
Wow. Those are the days.
Yeah, now it's a whole different ball game out there. Get this. How many wrecks on average where there's either a fatality, an injury, or damage to a car on average every year?
Well, I'm going to say probably 5 million.
You're getting up there. You're shy 1 million.
Under or over?
Under 5,930,496.
Yeah. Wow.
You're going. And guess what the number one cause for that was?
Driver distraction.
Speeding.
Oh, speeding? Okay.
And then the second was driver distraction. And they say the biggest problem that they're having is people pulling out of wherever and smacking somebody's car, and they keep on going.
Oh, wow. Well, I think here in North Texas, it's a combination of the two. They're driving fast and being distracted on their cell phones while they're driving 90 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's crazy. But no wonder our insurance is so high. People need to slow down and get your head out of your rear end and watch where you're going.
Well, hey, coming up in the next segment, we're going to be talking about rebranding. There is a car out there. There's very, very few cars that are the identical car with a new name. And that doesn't mean the crossovers like Ford and Mercury or anything like that, Chevy and Cadillac.
It's a whole different.
We're talking about the exact same car, same manufacturer,
Okay.
putting a new name on the exact same car. There was one, but there was plenty of crossovers. And what happened to all the rebranding that's been going on here in the United States? Coming up here on the next segment. I was blown away as a buddy of mine said, he goes, this might be something interesting to talk about. We spent some time on the phone. I had no idea how much stuff has been rebranded.
So is it because they feel like the branding, for example, like the Carnival has a stigma that may.
No, we're talking about all products, not only cars, but a lot of other stuff. And you know what?
But what I'm saying is that if they did that, is that they believe that maybe the car. I'm using that as an example because that's kind of a strange name. That they would go like, we want to remove the Carnival name and put something maybe a little more that might be a little more luxuriously sounding. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is that why they would do that? Like the name is not catching the people's eye?
No, this was the only car that the sales fell off, and they brought back the exact same car and called it something else.
But they didn't. They're doing it just.
They figured this new name was going to go wow.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
And
they're doing it because of the name.
Backfired.
Oh, okay.
And actually, they went back to the old name and then discontinued it.
Was it Cracker Barrel?
Oh, wait. That thing backfired quick,
That's a
didn't it?
big backfire right there, baby. Yeah, that wasn't good at all. If you had stock in Cracker Barrel, I'm sorry.
Did you see there was that one place where they all showed up with rocking chairs and they're all sitting out front, and they had sign like "We'll never eat here again" or whatever. But they talked to the lady who was really big into DEI and changing the world and doing this and doing that, and we know the folks are going to love it. And you know, there's some things you just leave alone.
Well, especially
and this new wave of people that are coming up going, we know these changes because 4 of you out of 4 million said great idea, and you rolled with that.
Well, she still claimed that everybody loved it.
Yeah, she's not letting it go.
No.
But did you see her? They showed her coming out of a place, and she's fumbling for her phone. She just picks up and goes, hello? Yeah. There ain't nobody on that phone. And she wouldn't talk to the news reporter going to her car. I'm like, you know what? You screwed up. You sold a bill of goods to change something, and it ain't working.
Well, we talk about how the dealers do, manufacturers do that with some of the vehicles, like what they're doing with Malibu. I mean, so many types of these vehicles have been they've been hardcore in the society for so long, and all of a sudden we got to do something.
And just think, the Malibu, when they announced it, you can't even find one on a new car lot.
Correct.
Isn't that something?
I don't get it, but somehow we just want to get rid of stuff that has tradition to it, or that kind of thing that it's related to, for something that we don't even know why they're doing it. But,
hey, cuz, good morning, Dorothy. I love all those old pictures that you post.
I think we're supposed to be on a break, aren't we?
And see the family.
Yes, we are.
All right, we better take a break. Don't go away. We'll be right back here after this message from all of our sponsors. Don't go away.
We're on break.
We're just going. I thought, where you been? Where were you?
What are you doing?
You dropped the ball.
Well, we're not hitting the 15, so I just looked down. I went, oh.
Yeah. Well, I thought I heard him say, boy, I hope I can get home.
Yeah, I said commercial break in 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's all right. I thought I heard that.
Boy, your pond will be.
It needs it. If I'm getting those.
How deep is it when it's full?
Probably about 3 or 4 feet.
You know, Bo and I have been friends for 10 years.
At least.
Well, you've been with me for too long.
Going on 7 now with the Automotive Edge, but did a year with just chasing the truth before I joined the Automotive Edge. Remember?
Okay, so let's say 12 long,
grueling.
And I've never been invited to your home.
Well, you can come to my home, but I've warned you about it. I've warned you about it. You won't be happy. You wouldn't want to stay very long, I can tell you that. It's
Bring my cane pole and some worms.
well, yeah, can do that.
Bring some dog food.
You're gonna need to bring a lot of dog food.
What do y'all back your vehicle up to Wayne's Feed to buy your dog
Yeah,
food?
it's horrible. It's horrible, man. It's not, and we got a lot of chickens and ducks too that goes along with it. But
See, I feed Lola and Luca, and then you have to feed Bella separate and talk to her the whole time.
we have the same problem with that same breed dog. It irritates the life out of me because I feed the dogs. I'm the one that handles that. And the other dogs, I can just scoop the food out and while they go after it. And then this one little creep, I want to choke him.
I've actually laid on the floor and petted her.
While she ate.
And she'll walk away, and then Melinda comes home, and she'll sit in a chair, Bella, Bella. And the other two were just so close to her food, then she starts growling at them. Then I walk in, they disperse, and then she, okay, Bella, Bella, Bella. And it goes on. Finally, she'll take a bite and then start looking around. Take a bite and look. I'm like, wow.
Well, the one we got goes and smells it. And if it's not just to the right, I guess smelling attractive aroma, turned around, walk off.
Yeah, that's what ours does. She'll kind of sniff it, gone.
I told Purple Haze last night, I said, I'm not feeding your dog. It's her dog. I said, I'm not feeding your dog tonight. You need to figure out what you think he's going to want. And they look a lot alike. It's a black and white one, just like yours. Now, ours is 3/4 Shih Tzu poo. Yours is flip. Yeah. So ours has a quarter of poo in it, but it looks just like the regulars. It looks like your dog. Same color. You can't tell them apart. It's exactly the same color.
Yeah, special.
They're very special. They were supposed to be bred to keep the feet warm.
Yeah.
Asian.
Yeah, with emperors, had Shih Tzus who that cover their feet, had long hair. They keep their feet warm.
Right. So no wonder they're picky just for those nasty feet all those years. But yeah, he's a special dog. Well, you got he definitely rides the special. one special dog that has to get a lot of special care, and I'm low tolerance to that. Especially when you got 4 others. If he was the only one.
Well, I didn't realize that I did.
Okay.
Melinda would overfeed those dogs, and then got them down to feed. So the Bernie stomach's only that big.
Oh, really?
People think big. He said big dogs. I heard men, their stomachs aren't that big.
Oh, wow. I didn't
know. And overfeed these dogs.
Yeah, you can.
Big dogs should get more than 5 ounces at a time.
Wow. That's good to know. One dog is getting things in 5 seconds.
Yeah. 214-787-1190. That's 214-787-1190. Chevrolet 9-time Chevy Dealer of the Year. $15,000 off Silverados today and Monday. Get them while they're hot. You're driving a lot. You're in an equity situation. $15,000 off. The 26s are coming. You're not going to see those discounts anytime soon. Get them now while the selection is good. $6,000 off Colorado. And realize these vehicles don't have near this kind of markup in it. But the manufacturers coming with these massive rebates and incentives and helping them to move the inventory for the 26s. Take advantage. The Blazer, Trailblazer, Equinox, Chevy Trax, Silverado, Tahoe, Suburban. They got it all. And electrified. The new 2026 Chevy Equinox is out. 1.9% finance, no payments for 90 days, $5,000 off. Look no further. Eldorado Chevrolet, 380 and 75 in McKinney. Together, let's drive in a new Chevrolet from Eldorado Chevrolet in McKinney. Go to eldoradochevy.com. Well, tell Carlos and the whole family up there that Kurt sends his love. I'd love to get up there next year and see you and the family and hug everybody's neck and get caught up. So we need to set that up the next time the family's all getting together. Melinda and I jump on a plane and get up there and see all my family up in New York. We love you and miss you. Thanks for tuning in. So here's the thing. This blew me away. We're going to kind of take a sidebar. But the one car that was the identical same car that changed its name was the Ford Taurus. Do you remember what they changed it to?
No, I don't.
The Ford 500.
Oh, did they change the backs? How long? That's probably why I don't remember.
They did 2 cycles. Nobody bought it. Nobody got it. Why are you making the Ford? They should have let the Ford Taurus. They should have maintained the SHO, which they didn't. I love the Taurus SHO. I had one for a demo, and
well, they sold a lot of those cars too, didn't they?
Yeah, and they were killing. And they went back to Taurus, and then obviously the Taurus went away. But here are some products that blew me away. Obviously, Cracker Barrel that threw a wrench in the whole deal.
Well, that's the most
old
current
logo.
That's the most current one for sure.
And you know what Aunt Jemima's called now?
No, I'm not sure.
Pearl Milling Company syrup.
No. Give me a break.
And the history of that was so cool. How they got her on that syrup, I don't get it. What is Eskimo's Pies now?
I don't know that either.
Eddie's. Get this. Kraft macaroni and cheese. Do you know they changed that label? It's not Kraft macaroni and cheese anymore.
What do they call it now?
Kraft mac and cheese. Mrs. Dash. You know the seasonings?
Yeah. Oh, that. Well, you got to take any of the pronouns out of that, so it's just going to be called Dash.
That's it.
No, you can't have that in there.
Nestle's Quick. Now, I grew up on Nestle's Quick. Why did you mess with this? What's it called now?
Quickola.
No, Nesquik.
Oh, okay. That's right. I've seen that.
How dumb. Sunny Delight.
Well, it's got to be, that's more of an orange drink, so I'm guessing that they call it orangey something.
No. Sunny D.
Oh, that's right. Sunny D.
What about Uncle Ben's rice?
Mr. Ben?
Ben's
Just
original
Ben.
rice.
Yeah, you got to take all the.
Unbelievable. That nobody looked at it anyway, but a few, very, very, very few people, and we don't like the name. I mean, if they had Kurt's blow it out your ear boss, I would have no problem. I would think that's cool that my name's on something. You know, it's kind of like when Dan Snyder owned the Washington Redskins.
I was going to bring
and he
that
had
up.
all the Chiefs in his suite, and they spoke to every one of them.
Yeah.
And they said, we don't care. We don't take this as right. How cool was it that Indian chief rode out there on that horse and threw that spear on the 50-yard line and got the crowd fired? But
definitely.
there was those few.
Yeah. And they weren't even that nationality. That it's been taken over by people that are just want to change stuff and not for
Just
the
because.
better. Just because they think
You got
they're-
a million people in the room and you got one crybaby, and too many people are dealing with the crybaby. You know what? Go live up in Antarctica.
Oh, yeah, please.
Go to Siberia. Go somewhere off the grid and go do your own thing. But I am so sick of all the stinking crybabies in this world. Go haul hay for a season.
Yeah.
Go work on a ranch. Go work with the city and dig some ditches. And quit your complaining and crying and go put in a real day's work versus sitting there figuring out whose life you can change because you're so stinking miserable. It just drives me nuts that there's some things, just leave it alone. Now, if the families were coming forth and going, I don't want my
but
mother's
they're not.
picture on here. I don't want my brother's face on this. I don't want mom and dad. Whatever the case, I can understand
But the
that.
families are coming out, but not because what they're doing, because they're what they're trying to take away.
Yeah.
I know that there's been that chief that was on the side of the helmet. That family's come out and said, "Y'all are killing us. We want that." That brings up the understanding that when they see a redskin, that brings up the Indian background. You
The
know,
one word that I hate that when it's not validated is, and I hate it, is racism. I've never been a racist. Growing up, I had friends that were Hispanic, Asian, Black. I didn't see color. These are some cool people to hang out with. Manuel Vela, man, he was such a dear friend of mine. Sowen Miles, such a dear friend of mine. And I didn't see that. People create that scene,
Sure
I think,
they
a lot
do.
more than we see.
Oh, most definitely.
Leave it alone. Mind your own business. If the business affects you, speak up. But if it doesn't affect you, keep your mouth shut.
We had the Cleveland Guardians.
So let's flip things back real quick to some of the cars that were actually one thing and then added another. You had the Toyota Matrix. Do you know what the sister of the Matrix was?
No.
Pontiac Vibe.
Okay.
What was the sister to the Crown Victoria?
That would have been the Mercury
Marquis.
Marquis. Okay.
The Eagle Talon.
I don't even remember that one.
Plymouth Laser. The Ford Pinto. The Mercury Bobcat.
See, I don't even remember that at all.
The Mercury Zephyr. What was the sister? Ford Fairmont.
I don't even
The
remember
Mercury
the Fairmont.
Villager. Mercury Villager, one of the first vans to come out.
Yeah.
Nissan Quest.
There you go.
The Ford Festiva. It had multiples.
Oh, really?
The Ford Festiva is also branded as the Mazda 121 and the Kia Pride.
Same car?
Same car.
How about that?
And so when you look, Ford did it a bunch with Ford and Lincoln.
Sure. Well, they
There
were
was
all
a
about
lot
the
of
same.
crossover. And then you had the worst one was the Chevy Cavalier, and Cadillac came out with the Cimarron. It was a disaster. A disaster. That thing was, they put lipstick on a pig and called it, it was terrible. Back then, I mean, I've never gotten so many complaints and people trying to bring car back. We sold, as fast as we got one in used, we dumped it. But now obviously, they build these vehicles so much better. Back in the day, the Sterling, I can go down the list of some things. Daewoo, Yugo, that I got stuck selling, and it was a bad day for Kurt. I remember I was at Westway Ford working for Joe Tigg, and he had that Yugo franchise. We're like, no, let's not do this.
What was the one you had to sing?
Saturn.
You love that car, didn't you?
Oh,
30 seconds for commercial break.
30 seconds. Okay.
Mr. McDavid goes, he told me to run that Saturn store. He goes, I want you there singing the song on the first launch. I was like, fire me. And they're all laughing. So all of them come out there. You say, we all say Saturn. And he's looking right at me. And because of my voice, he goes, I expect to hear you over all of them. I'm like, gosh, I hate this job. But I did my penance, and he took me back to the Honda store. He understood I was a very loyal employee. But yeah, and that was non-negotiable in selling and non-negotiable in finance. Whatever they put in front of you, you had to sign or you're out the
We
door.
got to take a break.
214-787-1190. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
That's crazy, man. How many times you sing the song?
Bunch. I was there for a month.
Can you sing it? Still?
It was you say, we all say Saturn.
No, but you just had to sing it. You're talking it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what the second part was. Your way, our way, it's always a Saturn. Something like that. It was just dumb. And you had to launch. Everybody, no matter what you were doing, even if you had a customer, all representative to the launch pad.
So it was like birthday singing at a restaurant.
And they lined up, and you stood there by your car, and
that's hysterical.
Gosh. And so when I got over,
Did everybody sing it, or you just had to sing it by yourself?
Everybody, all the employees, everybody.
So it was like singing "Happy Birthday."
Yeah. You say, we all say Saturn, your way. And I'm like, this is unbelievable.
I'm surprised you didn't want to.
And I looked over at Mr. McDavid like, yeah, we got him now.
I bet you want to put a gun to your head. Didn't you?
And so the thing was, as a sales manager, you're working the car deal. Well, with Saturn, there was no car deal to work.
Because the price is what it was.
It was $18,995. It was that plus TT&L. When you get into finance, one price on the warranties, one deal on the interest rate.
But
take it or leave it.
But during that time, that's what brought the people in.
Loved it.
because they didn't want to haggle.
Don't you remember the Saturn commercials?
It's a little
They'd
bit.
show a headlight, and then all of a sudden they'd raise the camera, and there'd be thousands of headlights, and they'd all meet at these ranch for these big Saturn celebrations. And I got to tell you what, it was a cult. It was the Saturn buyers created this cult that their commercial, and they had these massive tents. They were real actually outings.
Right.
And these people would show up, and GM would have all these massive barbecues going, and everybody pulled up to celebrate buying a freaking Saturn. It's the darndest thing. So Mr. McDavid, he got me one time. He goes, "Hey, we need you to take that SL1 and attend the barbecue." And like, some freaking state, Wisconsin or somewhere. And I'm looking at him going, "What? Yeah, we need you driving the Saturn. You're going to be part of that parade." I'm like, "You." Now, this has gone a little bit far. I can do the singing part. I've kind of adjusted, but I'm not driving the whiskey. Where it was just so far out. And so he leaves the office, and I'm just sitting there. I'm like, I don't know about this deal. And I look up, and he's standing there laughing his butt off. I'm like, "Thanks, Mr. Matt."
Yeah, you were sweating bullets on that one, huh?
But, Saturn, they never really updated anything. They came out with that suicide door on a Saturn SL2, and people thought that was so cool, but they never updated. So Saturn.
What was that?
It was a sedan. And so it was a 3-door.
Oh, okay.
And so when you open the driver's door, you could actually open a little small door to get the back seat.
Like the old
because it was a coupe.
Like the old pickups used to have where you had it and then had that side door like that?
Yeah, on the extended cab.
Yeah, okay.
And so they never really updated or did anything. So the numbers, you could kind of see the writing on the wall.
Right.
Well, Roger Penske came in to buy Saturn, redo the whole thing, but it just never came to fruition. But
where were they made?
Here in the United States.
They were?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So they, it was a GM product.
Oh, okay.
And so it came along, and it was just crazy.
How long did Saturn last?
Oh, God, that's a good question. 5 years?
They were hot for a while.
Oh, buddy, people were like, I don't have to negotiate, but here's the problem. When you went to trade your Saturn on a non-Saturn,
squat.
You're like, wait a minute. Look, you paid sticker for it.
Right.
And so it was tough because, get this.
So that's probably what
we had Honda, then used cars,
right.
Saturn,
till we're back live.
Pontiac, then Buick GMC. So the people that were buying Saturn, they would come over to trade at a Honda store. You'd bash the crap out of it. They'd walk right over to the Saturn store and let them have it. And so Mr. McDavid was like, look.
So that's really the decline probably when people started doing that and realized.
Well, they never updated the product.
And that too. Huh?
So they had the Saturn, I can't remember what their SUV was called, but they had the 2 cars, then the 3rd car, then the small SUV, and it just, that was it.
Right.
And they never really updated as the time went on.
I gotcha. Dorothy says that like Dunkin' Donuts is now called Dunkin'.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Gotta just do something to make people, I don't know, cringe.
That's right. 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. This segment of the show is brought to you by Driver's Edge Auto Repair. Don't get your car winterized. Don't get your car summerized. We don't live up in Chicago where you got to change out the antifreeze and put on the snow tires and blah. We're in Texas. We don't really get bad weather. Once in a while we get Eismageddon, but everybody stays home. Get your car serviced the affordable way, and you don't have to worry about doing maintenance that's not needed way ahead of its schedule. They're going to take a look at your car. They're going to give you a report what needs to be done now, soon, later, or down the road, whenever. The place, go to mydriversedge.com. That's mydriversedge.com. 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty on their engine repairs. There's every kind of discount in the world, a bunch of free checkups, but you got to go to mydriversedge.com. That's mydriversedge.com for a location nearest you, and go to their coupons, download the coupons, and use them. You'll save yourself a bunch of money. And you know what? Having a good mechanic's like having a good doctor or a good dentist. You always want to have that person to connect with. Go to mydriversedge.com. All right. Yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting when I went through everything. And I didn't realize how many
names or cars that were attached to that.
Yeah.
Kind of name.
Yeah, I didn't get it. And then when I started looking at all the products and the changes on the products, I'm like, how can a couple of people get together and complain and make such a big change?
Well, it's like
that's the thing is, does racism exist? Yes. But you know what? Some people just use that word to create a problem that's really not there for their own agenda. And you know what? That's when I still go back to Labor Day with Jerry Lewis, Hands Across America with Michael Jackson, when they had when they all got We Are the World, and everybody came together. There's so many great things for us to do again, or refocus on, or get back to doing. When I was on I took my first cruise in January, I told you, and
right.
the cruise director, this lady's got all the energy in the world. She's actually from Crowley, Texas. And the last night we were there was over 1,000 people up on the 14th deck, whatever it was, 16th deck. And it was 80s night, and everybody was dressed up. My wife looked like Cyndi Lauper.
Oh, cool.
And everybody's dancing, and she stopped everybody, and her name was Kendall. And she said, I want everybody to stop. We're going to play one more song. And we did this huge Congo line. There's every nationality in the world in this Congo line.
Of course there is.
And so she said, take a look around here and look at all of the Asian, Hispanic, African-American, Caucasian, Filipino, Indian. Just look around the room and look at everybody.
And people,
and everybody's happy.
Yeah.
Everybody's dancing with everybody. Everybody was in the Congo line. I don't want to finish with this one song. And she played Michael Jackson, Man in the Mirror.
One of my all-time
and
favorite
everybody
songs.
had tears in her eyes.
Yep.
And she goes, look how great we came together and how much joy. Let's all do ourselves a favor and carry that off the ship with us and quit looking at color and size and shapes and everything else. And man, I'm going to tell you what, it was so true when someone took the time to stop to look around. And man, everybody was boogieing and everybody was dancing. You couldn't tell who was partnered up with who. It was just a grand time. Melinda and Shelley, they're right in the middle of that thing, just dancing, having a time of it. And I think we can do that. There's too many haters out there and too many people in the world that, don't allow that. But, we can all just get back to the game of Red Rover and change this thing.
Well, the problem is it's back in the day when you used to hear, the one that screams the loudest gets the most attention. And I think that's really what's happening in today's formula and society, that you just got a few that are screaming really loud, and then the media gets a hold of that. And I think the media is the cause of a lot of this.
No doubt.
Because they're the ones that
what is 95% of the news?
All that kind of stuff. We need to change this, this name of this team or this deal because it's not right, and it's racist, and it's bringing down the black lady that's on the syrup box. When you go like, wow, look what she did. She deserves to be on there. It's not negative.
Well, I turned on the news last night, and they showed the SWAT team going into a guy's house to drag him, and they wound up shooting him. Why is that news?
Well, because they want to show how that anything that has to do with...
They talked about road rage and talked about these guys got out and started shooting each other. Why is that news?
It's just the way people are. That's what they want to.
And so a guy asked me, he goes, what do you think is news? I said, I'll tell you what I think is news that's bad when they show up is when they show those places on the different roads and cities where people are getting killed because there's no stop signs and crossing places. That's news. That's where we bring it to attention, and the communities and everybody get together and go, hey, look, you bunch of idiots.
Right.
Put some stop signs out here, put some stoplights, and put some crossways here where people aren't getting run over. Bring news to bring attention to make a difference. But, man, you turn on that news, and it's like unbelievable. And the guy goes,
I can't even watch it anymore.
He goes, well, how negative is your radio show? I said, well, tune in. We try to tune out and go, hey, stop this because it's not needed in today's society. You can turn on anything. That's one thing about there's a couple of news outlets. It's regurgitated, and they try to put their own shtick or spin on it. I'm like, stop it. There's so many great things going on in the world right now. So many great things, but you got very, very few people poo-pooing on things to create a problem.
Well,
going, stop it.
You also have most Americans are so busy They've got both spouses are working. They've got kids. They got to take them to school. They got to pick them up after school. They rush to get them home to eat or stop them at a drive-through and get something. Got to get them home, bathe them, get their homework done, repeat the next day. So a lot of people are not captivated in a lot of the stuff that's going on right now. That's why I think media,
but if you think about that,
the
Bo,
media gets away with a lot of that.
the first thing they do is they shove negativity in front of your face, i.e.,
No doubt.
a laptop,
Oh,
a
yeah.
phone. Who's bashing who on social media? Who's talking bad about this part? Most of it's lies anyway.
Yep. You're preaching the choir.
You go to a restaurant, you shove a camera in front of your kids or an iPad or your cell phone, you download whatever. And I'm walking the restaurants. I'm like, even the parents aren't talking. So you have time to be on your cell phone. You have time to be on a laptop. You have time to shove an iPad in front of your kid. You have time to talk and have conversation and teach them and work with them and talk to them.
Like manners and appreciation and being thankful. We were at a burger place here about a few days ago, and there was a lady parent, and 3 kids. Every one of them, including the parent, had their face in their phone.
Yeah.
Every one of them, the whole time. And
reading propaganda.
And they're probably texting each other.
Wow. Taylor and Travis got engaged. Everybody.
Yeah, whatever. That's great news, really. Not for me, but I guess for some people out there.
Yeah, they live to follow. They don't follow to live.
Well, that's why we don't. Our news system is not like the Cronkite. How do you say that? Cronkite.
Yeah.
Cronkite days. Now that was news.
Yep.
That was journalism right there. That's the way it should be today, and it's not.
Yep. And we can make a change. Turn it off when we start turning the other direction, and we're putting the cell phones down, and we're putting the iPads down, and we're connecting with one another and having conversations. It's absolutely incredible. You wouldn't believe how many people I talk to every week go, well, the internet said, well, I found online. Well, this guy says you're an idiot. I'm like, wow, isn't that unbelievable that you've called me for me thinking I'm going to defend what somebody else is saying, and I'm not. I'm just going to give you the hard facts and the way it is, and I'll always be there for you if you have an automotive need.
At no cost.
Positive way. We're never a dime. We save you time, volunteer. We save you money, pay it forward. Quick break, 214-787-1190. We'll be right back.
And it's kind of interesting, too, the fact that when you go to a restaurant, they don't even have menus anymore. You got to look on your phone to get it. I go, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to go to a restaurant and I have to download their menu to order. I won't go. And in fact, I've quit going to some restaurants that they don't even have someone to wait on you anymore. Like some of the fast foods, like I'm not going to say their names, but Taco Bell's one of them. So where you go to a kiosk and you order your food from there.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
Why? That doesn't bother me.
That doesn't bother me because I don't know what I'm doing on the kiosk.
No, because here's the thing. My question to you, do you want them to scrimp on the quality for the employees or keep the quality up with less employees? And that's what's been forced.
Well, I don't know.
Wackadoodle-doos out on the West Coast, $35 an hour. I was like, did you just say $35 an hour? Just because your cost of living out there is so out of whack with everything else.
Well,
and you got the wackiest government out there that I've ever listened to or seen. And because they're doing it, it spreads. And you're like the people. I love the guy that had all the coffee shops. He had 8 of them, and he was growing. And they decided to get their own union.
Yeah.
They all showed up in there. Every one of them were locked up. Like, what are we doing? He goes, hit the bricks.
Yeah,
and he was already at another site training people to come in and take those jobs. You're talking about hundreds of people going, wait a minute, we're locked out. So then they were going to go get attorneys to sue them because they still had stuff in there. And he goes, well, here's the deal. He gave them all a notice. These stores will open tomorrow. Get your stuff and get out. I'm like, you know what? That's my kind of guy.
I heard In-N-Out Burger was moving out of California, their headquarters, because of all the nonsense.
Yeah, they're going to like North Carolina or somewhere.
Yeah, and they're a very positive place.
Do you like their burgers?
They're okay. I don't really get, and maybe I don't know what I'm supposed to really get for the big hype, but they're not bad. They're okay.
Go to Keller's, get a number 5.
Yeah, well, that's another ball game. We're talking about really apples and oranges there, even though it's a burger. Oh boy! Yeah.
Well, I remember when Matt bit into that burger. I saw him in the rearview mirror. He goes,
Well, how about Graham?
"That's
Same
unbelievable."
thing, boy. They both it's another different.
Graham is the only one that keeps up with me eating, speed wise.
Yeah. Y'all both are fast.
I remember when I sent those 3 pieces of chicken parmesan. You said he ate one on the way home.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and he eats fast, just like you. I don't know why y'all don't have, really stomach
I've slowed
problems.
down quite a bit. I've had to.
Well, he still slams it.
Yeah.
But, I don't know where he got that. Well, I think I know where he got it. I think I remember him telling me that when he was, his mom was married to a gentleman that had a son that was just a year older than Graham. And so you had these, they were both pretty, I guess you would say they like to eat. He said, if I didn't get what my portion I needed and get it down quick, I wouldn't get anything.
Wow.
So that kind of got him in the habit of eating fast, and he's not gotten out of that. And I don't like it, but it's what he does.
See, we grew up with
Hey, that's the same way with you, isn't
11 at the table.
Isn't that the same way with you? Is
Yep.
that you
Well, my
contributed
dad
to
got
that?
fed first, and then my mom, and then my sisters, and my grandparents, and then the 5 boys we would eat. And my dad would just look around the table, make sure everything was kind of portioned out right.
Right.
There wasn't no leftovers at our dinner
Oh, of
table.
course not. I'm sure y'all were
Good
begging for even
fuck.
more. But I don't know. I like enjoying eating my food. And my friend Rick that we just talked about earlier, he really has a
You know what my dad would say?
What?
Kurt, this is not a race.
yeah. Well, he really knows how to enjoy his food, and I like that. I mean, he just takes the time and relishes in the flavors and all that, and I think that's real cool.
Yep.
But I'm a pretty slow eater. I don't eat real fast.
I've slowed down quite a bit. My wife eats at a snail's pace, and I
30
used to
seconds
eat, and
to
I'd
the back
look
line.
up, and she'd have a look on her face like, now you're going to watch me eat.
Purple A's and I have talked about that. Like we've gone like, how do they eat and go out to dinner together? I'm going like, that's a good question because I think Kurt's probably done before she's even salt and peppered her meal.
Yeah, I've slowed down a bunch.
Is
I
it
did.
because of that?
Oh, yeah. Out of respect. Just, I'll set my knife and fork down and,
Yeah, even though you want to dive into. It's funny.
Two 214-787-1190 is the number. I want to thank everybody for tuning in from coast to coast, all over the Texas area. We had a couple of friends tune in from Oklahoma, family up in New York. The phone calls that come in, we just love each and every one of you, and we're so. I'm still humbled every Saturday when we turn on the microphones to come into your life, wherever it is. Your friends that had us riding around on in the road had us on their screen.
Yeah.
How cool is that? So we want to thank everybody. Remember, share the Automotive Edge radio show and let people know there's somebody out there. There's an advocate on their side to make sure that their deal is right each and every time they go to the dealership. They're not nonprofits, but, let's make the deal fair, from your trade-in value to the selling price of your car. Let's know before you go, get so much out of the way. So when you get to the dealership, it's really, really simplified.
And no cost to you.
Yep.
That's even the best part of the whole thing right there. So you win, win, win all the way across the board.
Let's grab a couple of questions real quick. Do you have to pay TT&L when leasing, and what are tax credits? Yes, there is. You can be taxed twice on a lease. You pay the TT&L when you're leasing it, and then if you buy the residual, you pay TT&L again because you're buying it from the owner, who is the lease company. So you're paying the taxes up front, and then you'll pay the taxes again if you choose to buy it and get the residual. Now, what are tax credits? Tax credits come directly from the lending institution to the dealer to waive the 6.25% sales tax. So
now, how does that work?
So they have vehicles that come in from all over the United States that they have leased, and that becomes a tax credit. So if you turn your lease in, that car can actually become a tax credit piece for a lease.
For another lease?
For another lease that has nothing to do with you.
Okay. Oh, I got you.
Or they can say, hey, we have enough tax credits put aside where if you get these people to lease through us, we're not going to charge them tax on that vehicle.
On the new one?
On the new one. It's called tax credit.
Oh, that's cool.
So not everybody has it. We do look for those for you to make sure that if they are available that you receive them. But it's hit and miss on those, whether they have tax credits or not through the dealerships. But we can find that out for you. I found a dealership that only sells total loss or salvage title cars. Your thoughts? They are cheap but look good. You know, there's a couple of big companies here in the DFW area that sell the salvage title, total loss vehicle, blah, blah, blah. A, get another set of eyes on it, and then B, get with your insurance company. I went through one of the lots, and I saw some that I took out and drove and saw no issues. We racked the cars and went from one end to the other. The body work and everything that was done was really, really good. Personally, I wouldn't buy it, but I know that we all have budgets. If it came down to it and that's all I could afford, that's what I'm going to buy. But don't buy just think, well, hey, I'm getting a great deal. Some may be a great deal because some insurance companies may have totaled a car that I've seen some that got totaled going, I wouldn't have totaled that vehicle.
Well, sometimes they total cars when the airbags go off. I mean, they don't anymore.
No, you can replace the car.
Okay, well, I thought
airbags.
Then they used to though at one point.
It's
Never?
all about the damage because some of these things will go off just they're very, very sensitive. You get hit on a certain way of the bumper,
right?
And there is no frame damage or anything, but did deploy. There's a lot of Carfaxes. If you spend a lot of time, researching cars, you'll see a ton of them that say airbags deployed,
right?
But it doesn't mean the car was totaled.
Well, that's a wives' tale because I'd heard that before in my life somewhere that airbags went off, they totaled the car.
Yeah, it's
that's not true.
No,
okay.
they can replace the airbags.
I'm gonna get that person that told me that one.
That's
day.
right. What determines what level you are when financing a car? To start only is your credit score, but your credit score is not the one all end all on what your final interest rate is going to be. We had a bunch of people this last month, the month of July, that had credit scores under 650. A bunch of them that got prime rates when they went to buy a car. Prime rates. We're talking about 3.9, 2.9, 1.9. Very good rates with credit scores below 650, but they had great stories to back up what was on their bureau, their reestablished, their job time, their residency. There was a lot involved in putting these car deals together, and we'll do that for you. That's why we need to spend the time talking before you go there and just throw yourself at the mercy of a dealership. Don't do that. You don't need to. It's your hard-earned money, second largest purchase of your life, and that's the way you need to handle it. Remember, if you have an automotive need, go to theautomotiveedge.com. That's theautomotiveedge.com. Click on Ask Kurt, or there's an icon that will actually pop up to leave me a message. Just leave me your name and number. Let's have a verbal conversation if you want to. If you're that person that doesn't want to talk to me and you only want to do it through email or text, that's fine. I can do that too. But having a good conversation, the questions I'll ask you, you'll be surprised how much quicker we get to the meat and potatoes of what you're wanting to do, and we get you sent out to the right dealer. Go to theautomotiveedge.com. Remember, sign up for the newsletter. We're going to be doing a lunch over at Tajin in October. We would love to be there. We got 24 seats. We'd like to fill them up. If we fill it up really quick, we'll see about what we can do to expand it. Remember, turn off those electronics, get reconnected, tell that person you love them. Have a great Saturday. Big Wheels.
And if you have an issue about emailing Kurt, you can also email him at kurtchase@yahoo.com. So if you have a problem, remember that, just to make sure you get the email through. Great Saturday. Great show.
Great job back in studio,
yes,
Larry.
you,
You knocked it out of the park today.
Super job.
Thank you.
And we'll see y'all next Saturday morning. Until then, stay safe. Be blessed.
1 foot on